Alright, we are now live.
Awesome.
You're awesome. I wish I was pregnant by your child, with your child right
Oh, shit. First male to do it.
now. I love it, man! Alright, so we're here. I am going to go ahead and get the show rocking and rolling. Alright, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the team. Don't forget to bring the coffee and the cream. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. And every day I wake up,
All right,
pour myself a
Hi.
cup. We are here with the very first episode of the DaddydabKast, MK12 DaddydabKast, with none other than MK Michaelangelo, the OG of OGs, and my very good friend,
What up?
original Shinobi. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, dude, life's great, man. With a bunch of rumors on the horizon, 2023 is gonna be a great year for fighting games.
Bunch of rumors. Ed Boon doing these question tweets. You know, a lot of stuff is going on.
I like that he's in there with the community now. He's straight up telling people, ask me something, and you know him. He's always like trolling a little bit, but he's
Right.
kind of like it doesn't seem too trolly when they ask a question. He's kind of upfront, He still has his sly,
Yeah.
funny remarks, but
Like
I like
I like his answers and say so people be like, so is the next game Mortal Kombat 12? And he basically says yes and no.
Dude,
Like
real
you don't
though.
know if it like you don't know. Like he just keeps it vague.
Dude, that's so fucking true too. And it's like such a tease. It's like showing us. You guys remember on I Am Legend? You guys seen I Am Legend, right, with Will Smith?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
named my dog after the dog.
No way.
Oh, Sam?
Dude, yeah, in 2011, in 2010, I bought a
Wait.
German Shepherd.
Yeah,
And,
I met Sam.
Yeah, you've been to my house.
I seen that.
Yeah.
dog
Yeah.
once.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought her to. Actually, I brought my dog to Evo once, and she
Is
met
that your
everyone,
son?
Sonic Box, everybody. Yeah, I brought her to Evo, but they didn't let her in Evo, so I kind of just left her in the hotel room and stuff.
Sure.
So,
damn.
Wait, you did?
But yeah, I brought her into the hotel room, and this is crazy because I didn't see her for 6 months because I was doing the Yomi thing and I was living in Atlanta, and this is gonna turn into a long story, but I'll try to make
No,
it
it's
really
fine.
short.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't.
Oh, it's fine?
Blab it on. Do your thing. I gotta go grab.
Okay,
something real
okay. So my dog actually is on a no-fly list. Funny enough, she has abandonment
breed?
issues.
Well, okay.
Well, so she's a German Shepherd, and basically, I went to Pittsburgh for work in 2012, and when I was coming back
Mhm.
to California, she busted out of her kennel when she was before she was boarding the plane. She busted out of her kennel, and they were like, she can't be here. She can never fly on a plane. So I had to drive from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to California, which it was 2,000 something miles. It was a 40-hour
Holy
drive. It was
shit.
crazy. Yeah. So, but basically, when I went to Yomi, I didn't see her for 6 months. It was pretty sad. Yomi was great. The only thing I was man, I really miss my dog, but I couldn't fly her to Atlanta because of the no-fly list thing. So I didn't see her for 6 months, just training MKX, and eventually, when I went to Evo, my sister
Yeah.
brought her driving from California to Evo as well, just to see me too, because I haven't seen my sister in 6 months as well. So she drove my dog from California to Vegas, and I got to see her. It was a crazy those videos that you probably guys have seen of the dog seeing their owner after a long time, and they start crying and stuff. It was
Yeah.
basically one of those videos. So yeah, I brought my dog Samantha to Evo, and I named her after I Am Legend because in 2010 that movie was obviously popular, and it was a German Shepherd, and I bought a German Shepherd. So I was like, hey, I love the twist in the end where you find out Sam was actually a girl dog, and her full name was Samantha. But you know, so I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. I want to name her Samantha, but I'll call her Sam, and like everyone will think she's a boy until I tell them she's a girl. Which, funny enough, got kind of annoying to be like, oh no, she's actually a girl. Like, but whatever. Let's move on.
That's super hilarious. That's actually super cool. I never knew that. That's a new one I heard from Mike. That's a new one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so from that scene, remember the scene where the dog was the three zombie dogs were at that line and the sun was just dimming down. They're waiting for that line to go away just so they could just. I feel like Ed Boon is Will Smith and Sam, and that line is like, and we're right there. We're those dogs, and the line is like right there, and he's just fucking with us.
Say something. If you say the wrong thing, say something. Just wait a minute. Ooh.
Man,
right when I hear that.
Yeah. That's a good visual that you just said. That's true. That's how we are.
Dude, that's how I feel.
Because we're hungry.
Dude,
we're hungry. It's been 4 years.
We're hungry.
Every day I feel like that line is just getting smaller and smaller, and we're those dogs, just waiting to fucking go at them,
Yeah. On anything.
Holy shit. Okay, so we're gonna get straight to the skinny. MK11 is the game that's out right now. It's their most popular game at the moment. Obviously, looks really good. I'm not a fan of it, really. What are your guys' thoughts on it? What do you like from MK11 compared to its predecessors? And what it is as itself alone, as its own game?
Who goes first?
I could go.
Yep.
What I like about it, and what I like from its predecessors.
Is this better, JT? Let me know if this is better.
I do like the game. I do.
JT.
I think it's a good. I think it's a good game, but it has its flaws, like pretty much every fighting game. It's not a real fighting game.
And everyone, be honest. Just we're not judging each other here for sure. You know what I mean?
Right. No, right. In the beginning, I was like into the game a lot. I'm like, this is a really good game, and then later down the line, I found some of its flaws, like breakaways. I think everybody hates when you have combo breaker, like you got right there and you're not using it.
Yeah.
And it
had potential.
And it's not. Yeah, exactly. And it's not like explosive, as in, there's some combos, but I think one of our friends said it best. You can't tell the difference. Not explosion. Expressing yourself, basically.
Yeah.
You can't see, like, MK9, you knew who Wound Cowboy was, and you knew who Detroit Baller was. You can see, right on the screen with the names gone. You know how Wound Cowboy plays. You know how Detroit Ballin plays. Shit, you even knew how Alex VIA played with Shang Tsung.
Oh yeah, Alex VIA did play a little bit. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was like the OG.
I love VIA, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't express yourself that much in MK11. Like with the custom variations, you kind of can, because you might use something that nobody else has used, and it's not gonna be that good.
Yeah.
So everybody uses the same shit. That's optimal. Then yeah.
Sure.
But I still like the game. I still like it. I don't know if I want more defensive options or less.
Sure.
Like I do like the role.
Right.
I do like the role.
Okay,
the role is good.
I would like more defensive options. And what I would like, I think the defensive options actually are pretty great in MK11. I think
with the wake up systems and everything.
Not everything, but I think like
But
having,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the wake up system. Some of them from the wake up system.
Right.
I really like that, but I wish it would be met with offensive options, more offensive options. So like for me, I wish there was like a bridge where MK11's defense and MK11's offense met and combined into one golden gate bridge. You know what I mean? Like, cause okay, let's just say for example, we'll say Michaelangelo as Quan Chi. Quan Chi, one of the most fucked up characters for MKX. I give that especially in the beginning, right? However, the character was ass on Wake Up, so you could literally have your way, right? Now there was a lot of characters like that. It just Quan Chi was really good. So and even post patch, right? Or not even just Quan Chi. When you're a character and you have no bars, right? And you're done. Like you're done. Like there's like once out of 99 times you'll fuck up your meaty because the meaty systems were better in the previous NRS games. They had more. What's the word? Active frames, right?
Right.
It feels like you're almost helpless. So I think having some kind of MK11 roll or something like that is really good, or a flawless block. And what I mean by flawless block, just like flawless block being able to block something at a precise time to where you don't take chip damage. You know what I mean? Something like that, in a way. My bad. I didn't mean to cut that in there with you.
No. I was gonna say, would you like flawless block to come back in no up twos or up threes? But say like it'll make a move more negative so you can punish.
Yeah, probably. Like a flawless block, or maybe if you do like a flawless block, you could do like a counter. Okay. So the idea just came to me. You know how like with Killer Instinct they got counter breaker, right? Like you make a read. So like if you do like flawless block, you're given a window of time to do something to counter or reflect, or do something to cancel them out. I don't know, that would be something cool. Like say if you had no bars and then like you're getting meatied on fucking block and you did counter, and you did like a flawless block, and the new mechanic is like now there's like an install, like you could do a reflect or something, or you can do something to get out of jail pretty much.
So you want flawless block to be like a parry system?
I mean, at a last breath state, maybe something, because I get it. You lose your meter, you use your meter. I mean, you have 3 bars. You just use the breaker, then boom, you use the bar. Now you have nothing. Now you're done. That's your fault. It happens. But I don't know. Maybe something else. You know, you can't backdash in a corner even if it's invincible. You're gonna get fucked. So something to meet offense. Because MKX, if MKX had MK11's wake up system, I think it would have been a way better game and people would have enjoyed it more. Coming back to it recently, been playing it on PC recently, I see what people's complaints were. I now see like, okay, even though I love the game more than MK11, even though I hate the final patch, I see what people are talking about. It's like a free meal pretty much, and anybody can do it. But I don't know. Then again, I guess that comes to the casual play too. For casuals. I don't know.
So, do you want my thoughts now, or what?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, whenever Breon's done, it's all you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can go.
Go on.
If you have more,
you're good.
Shinobi, let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, so I like something that Breon said, and you said, Dab. I agree with like Breon about forms of expression, and MK9, you've seen how you could tell, Cowboys Shang Tsung and Alex VIA Shang Tsung, you could tell them apart because there's more offensive, I guess, options than MK11. And with MK11, and I guess just games in general lately, like Street Fighter 5 and everything, everyone complained about there's less forms of expression, because I get the companies they want to, what's the word, like they want to adhere to everyone, like just casuals, someone that wants to just pick up the game and be almost as good as an advanced player. So they they gave the game kind of less forms of expression, which I see they tried experimenting, but at the end of the day, it's like, damn, dude. I talked to casuals even, like when I go to conventions, and they'll even say that, damn, MK11 is a little like on the boring side when it comes to offense.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, this is a casual like that's talking about this. Right. So even what they tried to do was, you know, go closer to casuals. They kind of push them far away too, where it's like it's kind of boring. But here's the thing, and also Dab, what you said, I said this too all the time. Like MKX, great offensive game. Like I always want an MK game to feel almost like an anime fighter or like Marvel, where you have so much offense and mix-ups, and like you could almost just put your enemy in the corner and just offensively overwhelm them. Like, oh, you're gonna stay stuck here because I'm about to throw this out and it's gonna have multiple hits, and I could just do something unsafe and you're still getting hit by that, and I'm gonna throw this out, and like it's just like, dude, the offense is crazy. It's almost like a Marvel game, and I think it should be like that. But what you said about MKX is like there was less defense. So with a lot of crazy, overwhelming anime offense, there should be some nice defense as well with the game. And I think, like Dab said, with the whole parry system thing, is I love like Third Strike and stuff, because there is like, and they tried to do it with MK11's flawless block. They tried to do it like that, but there wasn't really an animation when you flawless blocked. So I don't know, it was just a little off, and I just feel like there should always be in a fighting game some type of advanced mechanic for the expert players, that maybe it'll go over the regular casual player's head, but the advanced player is like, I'm going to use this mechanic and this is going to take me to the top. Like Third Strike players, you know, Street Fighter 3 players, they did the parry system, and that just adds a whole layer, and it's just totally a different game when you use that mechanic. But other players don't have to use it. People that just want to mash buttons, and that's okay. So
yeah, I know
so yeah, I agree with both your guys' statements. The way I put it is always like, imagine if we were like MK11. Imagine someone that doesn't play MK11. This is how I put it. Imagine if I was a drummer, and MKX is like, I'm an expert drummer, and MKX, they gave me like 70 fucking pieces to my drum set, where they even gave me the cowbell. They even gave me like everything. They gave me all the bells and whistles on this drum set, and it's amazing. Like, I'm like, dude, the combinations of this drum set I could do, this is what I love. Like, I can make so much different types of music, so many routes, so many combinations. And then MK11, they gave me a golden, like, amazing drum set, like better than the other drum set, the 70-piece drum set. They gave me like a golden drum set, but it's not a 70-piece drum set. They kind of toned it down to like a 10-piece or like something like that, where it's like,
to make it
okay,
more adaptable for other people.
Well, yeah. So someone that wants to play drums and they're just starting, it's not as overwhelming. They're like, ooh, okay, I could work with this because there's not so many pieces, and it looks fancier, which is like the thing with NRS. I could always 100% like say, I'm not worried about how their story is going to be, how the graphics are going to be, the music, the just everything. The one thing I'm concerned about always is the gameplay. That's all I'm concerned about, is like coming from us, like that we play the game for hours. Eventually the graphics, like it's going to be like, okay, I don't really like, I'm not looking at the graphics like that. I want a game that I'm going to play for hours and not get bored, and like just play. And for me, that was more MKX, just because the character design and everything. So that's what I liked more about it. But MK11, because I know your initial question was like, what do you like about MK11 and stuff? So
no, you're fine, bro. You're fine. You guys do your thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of ranting, I guess, whatever. But
get it out, baby.
At the end of
the why are you bullying me?
Okay, if I could just simplify what I really want, mechanic. And recently, I'm about to name drop. Recently, Sonic Fox, he came to San Jose, and we met up and we started talking about the next game and what we would like to see. Yeah, he was here last week.
Oh yeah, he was at the concert or something, right?
He was at the furry convention. We have it in San Jose.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a convention. Yeah, yeah,
So we met up and obviously talking about next NRS game and what we would like to see in it. And I think everyone, and even I talked to Forever King about this recently and stuff, and everyone agrees on one single mechanic that we would love to see, and we hope NRS eventually just figures out that, like, look, we got to take this seriously, because it feels they initially, with over the time since MK9, have taken this mechanic less seriously, and it's the movement.
Yeah.
Just straight up pure movement. Like that's what we want to see, is like when whatever game drops, whatever game that's next, when it drops, and hopefully it's a fighting game. I don't know. Who knows? It could be an adventure game. But if it is a fighting game, what I would love to see, and what I think other people would love to see, is like when I first see that first gameplay footage, I want to see how fast are these people moving, and like not just the speed, but it just makes us feel more in control with MK9. You guys both played MK9, and dude, you felt so godlike being able, like, you have your initial dash. When you don't push block, you have a dash and it goes from point A to point B. But between point A to point B, when you push block at any moment of that dash, you're stopping, and you could start it back up by dashing again. With that mechanic, it puts you in complete control of your character, where like if someone jumps at you, you could like take 2 steps back, like and click block. And when you got used to it, you became godlike at the movement, where you could like back up and like space it where you anti-air perfectly, and it's just amazing. But over time, with like Injustice 1 coming out, and then MKX, and then Injustice 2, the dashes and movement, it feels like they wanted to restrict it more when they should have made it looser. Like, I want to see air. I hope air dashing is in the next game. I hope, just. What?
I was thinking that too. Like, if they gave Fusion an air dash, you know how dope that would be. Like, just like a certain character air dash, like Kung Lao, or Fusion, or somebody like gave like a noob a portal in the air or something, just movement, like basically just basically how the bounce move in 11, but instead of having to move, it's just dash in the air.
So the one thing I'm gonna really see when whichever game comes out is movement. Like how much can I be around the screen and like go at my opponent, and then maybe like get away from him and just move. That's what I'm really gonna first initially hope, is like they took seriously, and they're like, dude,
great.
Okay, so on the same,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say on the movement, would you like the wave dashing to come back, or just how MK9 was?
Block dashing, MK9, 100%.
Block dashing?
I think everyone does say MK9 100%. Not because the wave dashing it was 11. It's like you're stuck in the wave dash. You can't wave dash and wave dash back. Like
that's what you're saying. Like in Marvel games.
Yeah, and like Tekken, dude.
Tekken,
like,
yeah.
I love to watch Tekken, and it's because of the movement. Like, and why is Melee still a relevant fighting game that Smashers love to watch? Because of the movement. It looks like they're almost like gliding on ice in a way, that they're like, oh, I'm gonna move here and like flick here and move just a little bit here, and like so quickly, like micro spacing. And it's just the best. One of the best parts of the game, I would say, is like how much in control am I with my character, like, and that's what I want. And MK9, dude, I know all MK9 diehards, they speak so highly of the movement, and it was the greatest, because I felt it where when you play a lot of that game, you almost forget that you're moving and you're doing incredible things until someone outside the game is like, dude, the way you're moving. And I bet you guys been complimented on this, is like when someone that maybe doesn't play MK9 as much, when they're watching you play and they're like, dude, the amount of control you have with your character and like the way you make it look so easy is like it's crazy, and I'm just like, you forget, but then you're like, oh yeah, it's like, and it feels so good.
Feels
like
good, man.
the way you're doing
good,
it.
You're right.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
So I think number one is like, to start is movement. Is like, that's what we need, that's what we hope for, and I hope they really dive into that and like get expert testers, which I hear they have some good expert testers testing whatever games out there. Is like, so I hope the movement is great in the game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And going back to how you said MK9 with the dashing, it is actually, you can literally, what you're saying was, you can literally express who you are as a person just through the movement alone. And,
Yeah. Yep.
And that right there really releases some dopamine in the body. That really gets the blood flowing. And the coolest thing about MK9 was, and even a little bit of MKX, even though it was running, but actually that's more the wake-up system. I'll get to that in a little bit. Well, the really cool thing about MK9 was, you can continue your flow without stopping your flow, if that makes any sense. Like, you can continue to express yourself through the movement without breaking your flow of the movement. Like, I don't know how to really fully explain it. Like Michael said,
I get you.
You know what I mean? Like with the move, like you said, with the wave dash, you can't like do it forward and backwards like consistently, really, like how you could in MK9. Shit like that, like you have to break your flow to go backwards. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's only a couple characters that can do that, like RoboCop, Fujin, and it's only a couple characters as opposed to an entire cast. You know. If all characters had something like that, less people would complain about fucked up characters or shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
and
this.
perfect.
Stop it! This just brought me to my attention right now. Is like, who did people complain about in MK11? Jackie. And
Yeah.
what did Jackie have? What did she have?
Best movement in the game.
Dude, now that's great and all, but I don't want to see like the next game give some movement to some characters and not to all the characters. I want initially every character to have movement like all the other characters, because then players that love movement are gonna go to like one character because they're like, oh, this is the best movement. With movement, I want it to be everyone's even on movement, and the movement's fucking great. Not everyone's even, so we're gonna make it bad. Like, we're gonna make it slow. No, I want the movement to be fucked up, and I want everyone to have that movement.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like it.
I can see that. Yeah.
Real quick before we move on, from what I'm trying to remember, MK9, where the block dashes did everyone have a pretty fast block dash to move? They did, huh?
Everybody was pretty much the same. Yeah, everybody was pretty much the same.
It seemed that way. The characters I played, but
Yeah,
not sure if everyone.
Maybe because you're being too real.
They had like the same animation.
Yeah,
because everybody has the same animation.
Yeah, I think it was the thing, which I like.
Yeah. I mean, they had different blocks, like their different dashes were different, but the animation for block dashing, like moving forward and blocking, like that mechanic was the same. Like, wait, that sounds stupid. But like, cause everyone had a different blocking stance, but it was pretty much the same thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like, I mean, unless you're a reptile dashing everywhere, that was his movement.
Yeah.
Dashing everywhere. Yeah. But for how did y'all feel about push block coming back?
I love push block. That's one thing from Injustice I like. That I would incorporate into a Mortal Kombat game.
They had it in MKX, but it was 2 bars.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Like, there was no point.
I love
it. It was so
it.
bad that, like, top players didn't use it. Like if they did, it was like literally like they had nothing else to do and they just wanted to get someone off of them, but they're still gonna die because they lost their fucking stamina and 2 bars. Like holy shit.
Yeah. I used it once in a match, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not never doing this."
Yeah, I love that mechanic of a mechanic where it's like because you're gonna be in a situation when you play the fighting game a lot. There's gonna be a moment where your opponent basically has checkmate on you, where you're in the corner, you're about to die off of chip, and your opponent has a meaty going on, and so it's either, I'm going to decide to wake up and he's going to block me, or I'm going to block. And if you decide to block and you're going to die off chip and your opponent's, he's like, doing a 1-1-2 string. And it's like, I'm going to die after the 1-1. The 2's going to hit me and it's chip and I'm dead. I love mechanics, and they're in Street Fighter games called alpha counters. Mortal Kombat, like you guys said, MKX had it. An alpha counter is basically like MKX and MK11 when you had the push block, where they're blocking and you push quarter circle forward and like two I think it's heavy punch, heavy kick. And even now Street Fighter 6 has it. They always had it where it just gets you off of it's your last breath kind of thing, where it gets you off of the opponent off of you, where it's great. Oh shit, I'm blocking. I'm about to die off chip. It's basically checkmate. Oh wait, I saved this 1 bar that's about to be it's gonna suck because I'm gonna die off chip and waste it. Oh, I can use it to just push my opponent away, and now I'm free to try to come back, and I have no bar or anything and I have no health, but hey, it's great. I love, and this is a mechanic I want to see as well, I love the type of mechanics that make your heart stop almost and make the crowd react. Games I could say this about is Tekken 7.
Like Tekken with the slow
motion, right? And how hype is that, right? How hype is like I don't know how much you guys see Tekken, but I know you guys know about that slow motion because it's memed and everyone sees it, and big tournaments are happening, top 8, and you see that moment where it's like, and it gives so much awkward scenarios of like slow motion, and it's like, who's gonna get the hit? Oh my god! And sometimes they both miss or something. It makes I love those type of mechanics, and
for sure.
when you could do that, and something in MK11 that was great was the last breath, where hey, if you're a person that saves your resources and hey, you're down on life and they're trying to chip you out, but hey, you're at full, like you have no health, but you have the 2 last breath meters, right? The defense, if you have 2 bars,
right?
It's that, and dude, I've seen some wild things from that where it's like it goes ding ding because they take it away, and it's like, whoa, you cannot take any more chip. And those scenarios, I want more. I want mechanics where I know NRS thinks of some crazy stuff that I never thought about, where I'm like, whoa, that's great, they put that in the game. I would love to see more heart-stopping moments of like that, where they implement it, like 2 or 3 of them, where it's like, dude, this mechanic is gonna like give you a last breath, and this mechanic is gonna like save you, and like stuff like that,
Yeah, I agree. I think
we
need something like that.
So, do y'all like chip on? Do you like dying by chip?
Yeah, I think it's something that should be in the game.
That's why I like.
I guess it's just
flawless block. That's why I like it.
I think it's just me playing these anime games, because pretty much in every anime game you don't die. And I'm starting to like.
Same with Street Fighter, right?
No, Street Fighter. I believe if you're exhausted,
this is the thing. Street Fighter. So Street Fighter, depending on which Street Fighter we're talking about, but most Street Fighters, besides 5 and 6, so most Street Fighters is you do not ever take chip to normal. To normals will not chip you, but all special moves
super.
Super and specials, regular specials
kill you. No, I thought regular specials couldn't kill you.
Well, if we're talking 5 and 6, yeah. But the older games like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, they recently started implementing this stuff. But yeah, basically, so in 6, it's a little complicated where it's like you can never die off of chip. But if you're exhausted, where you used all your drive gauge, then you could die off a chip.
Oh, okay.
Just not normal.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, when you're exhausted, you can die off a chip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of like I said. I think it's just me playing a lot of these anime games and not dying by chip and making actually pretty hype comebacks. I I could see them implementing something like say you have like 3 notches of a bar underneath your life bar, and it's like those are your last breath. And if you get hit, 1 goes, 2 goes, and you have 3, then you can't do nothing now.
Yeah.
You know, like basically what Michelangelo said.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I could see that happening for like 12, where they have like a separate bar which is just for last breath, and you gotta use them wisely.
I agree with Brayon with like the anime games with like you could turn into a brick wall and the guy could be annihilating you, and out of nowhere you're just like, okay, I'm gonna stop opening up and I'm gonna make it really hard for him to just beat me up now. Like, so with all fighting, you guys have all been there where you kind of play like an idiot in the beginning because you have so much health to spare, but when you see your health like dwindling and everything, you play smarter. And I've heard a lot of players say this, they always wish they played like they do when they have no life.
Yeah,
because then they play like smart, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So it's like I love when players do become brick walls and they could like they're like, oh, I'm not gonna die off chip anyways. But with MK, I do love the whole chip essence because it's nostalgic. First of all, you always died from normal.
It's MK.
Yeah, it's MK. But to have a defensive option that maybe stops chip, like use your super instead of offense, use it as like, oh, I'm gonna use this super to like completely negate chip for like 5 seconds or something. I'm just making a mechanic, but something where it just stops like chip damage for a little bit. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I like that. So maybe like it takes a little bit of like an increment of your fucking super meter. Like it doesn't take the entire thing, but it takes an increment, so you have to build it up again or something. Like build it, fill in that gap or something. Yeah, I like that's a good idea actually.
Yeah, I would, dude. Imagine a player that like, dude, what if they made a game where it's like you could be an offensive player or super defensive player, where like you could use EX moves for offensive to get more damage, more setups, but now you can use EX bar to EX block, and what EX blocking does is negate chip.
Yeah.
Negate chip.
I know
a flawless block, you got EX block.
Because in MK11, you weren't able to choose when to use your last breath, right?
Real quick, Mike.
Yeah.
Chat, is this much better than it was? I just want to know, so we don't have any more issues with the voice.
You sound nice.
You sound nice. I think I'm pregnant with your child. Don't forget what you were gonna say. Don't forget what you were gonna say. Don't lose it.
Oh shoot.
All right.
You're
I'm a tad bit low. Am I still? Okay, hold on. That's weird.
That's just your voice. You're like Barry White.
Should I up? Let me put my gain up. Hold up. All right, how about this? Is this better, folks? Is this a little bit better? I don't know if I should raise my volume on my way better. Okay, we're good now. We're good. I'm not like overbearingly loud, right, guys? Because I'm putting this on YouTube and I can't edit that shit. Okay, so help me out, guys. Help me out. Michael, don't forget. The chat said, "Don't forget."
It's time to stop.
Oh my gosh.
It's time to
It's already live.
Going back to it, we were talking about negating chip damage. We were talking about.
Go ahead. Yep, it's your turn.
Using
I'm quiet.
EX
I'm quiet.
bar.
I'm not talking. I'm still not talking. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So we were talking about stopping a mechanic about defensive, about stopping a bar. No, stopping chip damage. You use a bar or whatever. Oh, and then I think I forgot what I was going to say after that. Hey, Cherie.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Cherie's motherfucker.
But
yeah. Don't lose it. Super meter.
Well, I think that's what I wanted to say was about negating chip with more defensive options, right? Something like that.
That would be.
I don't want to disappoint I don't want to disappoint and say I forgot, but I think I forgot what I was gonna go at next.
Fuck me, I fucked it up, guys.
Your deep, sexy voice, dude. My head.
I'm still.
And it's Sharice in the chat, and now I'm all flustered.
Oh man. Dude. Okay. So Rion, do you have anything to say on that? Do you have anything to add to that before we move on to the next subject?
Let's bring breakers back.
Okay, breakers. How do you feel about that, Mike? Breakers. We could talk about breakers for sure.
Breakers. Okay. So breakers.
No.
I don't.
No more.
I didn't really care about the Fallout.
Okay.
Version. To be honest, I did kind of like Injustice, right? Injustice had the flip out mechanic, and you could kind of flip out backwards or up or whatever. I love a game, and back to anime fighting games, right, Brayon, where Guilty Gear, let's say, it makes you feel so godlike, where you do have the breaker system, but you can bait the breaker and punish them for breaking. You have to be pretty godlike to do it. And I want that. I want like also Killer Instinct, godlike game. It has the whole combo breaker, but you have counter breaker, where if you're a god and you straight up say, I'm gonna stop my offense right now and annihilate them before breaking.
Yeah.
So in MK, yes, let's have a breaker. Cool. But I want a counter to breaker. Yeah, I want something to counter the breakers, like where it makes you feel godlike. Where but it is a risk, because again, you got to drop your combo, because you're thinking, oh, he's gonna break her right now. I'm gonna drop this whole combo and get him in a reset or whatever. But if we do have breakers, and I think we should, give us something to counter the breakers.
Yeah.
So I could see them. I could see you doing breakers as normal, forward and block, and then like a counter breaker could be down back or quarter circle back block. So you can counter your breaker.
I would have to see it in motion, but like
I was trying to think, how did KI have it? Because then they have to use.
Well, KI had it where they had to use medium punch, medium kick while they were comboing, and they do. Yeah, and they do an animation, but I don't know if I want exactly that. I think I would want more where the breaker breaks. This is what I want. So the breaker
hit us.
The breaker. What?
Hit us with it.
Oh, so this is what I want. So next game comes out. I want you to be able to break, but your breaker is like negative fucking 20 on block. And the thing is, when you're comboing, boom, 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 and you're like, my opponent has to break her right here because he's gonna die, and he has a bar, so he's gonna break her for sure. And when you know that and you make that godlike read, breakers on startup are too slow. Where like if I'm in the middle of like 1-1-2 and I do 1-1 and I stop, I don't do 2, I have enough time to block their breaker, but I'm dropping the combo. So if they bait me, like if they're like, oh, I know he wants me to break her, so he's gonna do 1-1 and then completely stop, it gives them the chance to completely annihilate me. But if I make the godlike read and I'm like 1-1, oh, I'm about to kill you off of the 2, but I know you're about to break her. They break, I block it, it's negative 20, bam, you're dead.
Fuck,
I just
dude,
punished you. That's
so godlike. What the fuck?
So yeah, something like that, where it's like it puts you in a state of mind game where, like KI, I love KI. I've been a fan since the first one, but I think KI had combo breaker was a little too much. Like the fact that like, yeah, give it to me, let me combo break one every combo, right? But they did it where like some of the combos were really long in KI, where if your opponent guessed wrong on the combo breaker during the same combo, they could come like the combo breaker could come back and they have another chance. So it's like, damn, you could combo break 2 times in one combo. That's kind of messed up, and it doesn't take any meter. But KI is still one of the most godlike games. But I just would want, hey, MK or Injustice or whatever, like you have to obviously meter management. Breakers should come from meter because I see it as fighting games as chess. I'm depleting my pawns, right? I'm depleting my I'm looking for the word. I'm depleting my resources.
Yeah.
So I'm depleting my resources. And hey, I might look godlike it like second round, right? We're both at full meter, and I look godlike first because I'm on offense. I'm beating your ass. You're at 10%, but guess what? I just used all my resources. But the simple-minded man that's just watching the stream doesn't play it. MK, he's watching and he's just like, wow, this guy is gonna win for sure. But but the other person watching is like, no, I still will bet on the other guy because he saved all his resources. And he might have 10% health, but he has all the resources. He still has his queen. He still has his rook. So I love that meter is just as important as health. And I might be going a little off topic here, but we might discuss this later.
We love you. We love you. Do your thing.
If one of these, I hope this is one question about meter actually, in like what we think about how the meter should be and stuff. But I'll save it for when that question arises.
I mean,
what is your take, Breon?
You talk about on breakers. I do like the sound of counter breakers because I love baiting burst and Guilty Gear and how good it feels. And now you're about to eat this fucking 50% combo, or you finna die because I baited your burst and now you're finna just explode with this amount of damage I'm about to do. I do like what Mike is saying about like well, not how the KI was, just make MK basically having their own counter break, because then that just makes the game more exciting. It gives you another defense option, but then again, if they make the right read, you're done.
Yeah, that's true. You're done. Okay. So if you feel like we have to go back to any of those subjects and you feel like you want to flashback on that, you definitely can as we move forward. What are some? Because I feel like we kind of covered MK11 and MKX, what we like, what we don't like. And I agree with most of the stuff. I definitely do. I kind of said my part. You guys said your part. Mine's a bridge. And let's just meet the bridge of MKX and MK11. Just to cut it short, I'm not going to ramble on it. Because I kind of agree along the lines for both of you. So, what kind of characters would you guys like to see return from all the MKs? What characters would you guys like to see?
All the, like, you talking about from MK's existence?
So now we're
from MK1.
So now we're talking.
Go ahead.
So now we're talking like if MK is the next game.
I think it is from what Ed Boon's like tweets, everything in Justice or DC he kind of shrugs off, and everything MK he's like, stay tuned, you'll see, or like, it's like, oh, okay, like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, like, well, I watch the YouTubers and stuff, and they're all talking about MK, so I guess we could talk about like if it was the next game.
I want to say about like 90%. It seems like it's fucking MK from what Ed Boon's replies are, but who knows? It could be a fucking. I don't know, man. It could be an adventure battle royale game.
Sounds kind of good.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That Marvel vs. DC game,
man.
I would like Marvel vs. DC as well. That would be pretty hype.
Fuck, that would be sick. Can you imagine like Blade and Wolverine versus fucking like Superman and Thanos or something like? Fuck, that would be sick. Oh man, I would love that.
And I know they would pick some obscure characters. Like,
God, I don't want fucking Squirrel Girl and fucking Booster Gold. I don't care about
that. No, give me Squirrel Girl.
Nightcrawler.
Give me Squirrel Girl.
Ooh, alright, we're getting you out this fucking chat. Let me get him out of here now. Nightcrawler would be broken. Let's be honest here.
I would be a courage season.
Dude, Carnage
real
would be
quick.
hype.
One of the viewers, Noah69 says, I feel like they listen to people too much in MK11, and I agree with that. I feel like they but
most definitely.
I think it's a good thing, even though it's like because we got MK11 out of it, and we don't get to deal. At least for me, I know there's people who would genuinely enjoy it a lot, but I think it's a good thing because they seen that people still complained, and especially top players, and I think for them to so it's a good thing plus a bad thing.
NRS was listening to the players before it became cool. Like all the other devs, they just now started listening to their players, and they're actually making better games. NRS kind of I wouldn't say they stepped back a lot in MK11. They just stepped like a few steps, right? And then I think the next game, whichever one is going to be, I think they're going to go full force, and it's going to be balls to the wall, and I have a feeling it's going to be hella cheap.
I just say go back. I just say NRS. They hear us say like we like the cheap stuff. You know, they hear people saying, "Oh, we like some cheap stuff." You know, we understand that top tiers is top tier, low tiers is low tier. We got some low tier heroes out there. You know. Yeah.
And I think people understand that. I think they're starting to understand that because I have a feeling that Fusion and Rain they're giving us like, this is what y'all going to get. And with Fusion and Rain, y'all seen how much good movement they had in that game.
Look at Geras. Look at Geras, bro. Geras was moving too, man. I love
Geras was on the track. Geras was on the track. What was I saying? But yeah, I lost my train of thought. God damn it, Dad. See, now I'm pregnant.
Man, you're talking about like Rain and Fuji and how their movement, what about their movement? Come on, you got this. You got this. Drum roll, drum roll.
Wait, so is this still the question of who do we want to see in MK?
Yeah,
the next
but
MK?
It's okay if we go off.
Oh, that's what we was going.
Like if we go off something like that, it's all good, bro.
Okay. Okay. I know I was off track. I was like, wait a minute.
It's okay. Give me a second. I will be right back. I gotta use the restroom. I'll let you guys kind of do your thing for a second. If you want to continue on the movement thing, that is cool.
Or we could just start the next topic. Talk about who we would like to see.
Okay, yeah. Who are the characters you want to see return from MK1 to now? Even not guest characters. We won't get there yet. We'll talk about guest characters in a little bit. But what are characters you want to see return from MK1 all the way to MK11? What are the characters? Michael, go ahead, or Brian, go ahead if you want to go ahead. Rock, paper, scissors.
I got a lot of. I want to see Mike. If you want to go, if your list is shorter than mine.
Just kind of throw it out there, man.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so the list of the characters I would love to see come back from MK. Mine are going to be kind of weird, I guess, just because not a lot of people know this. Not a lot of people know this, but it's a what do they call it? Like a controversial take, but they call it. I think people call it something else, where you put like something on Twitter and it's like a hated kind of like take. I forgot what they call that. Like something take. What?
I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Well, anyways, it's so. Not a lot of people know that I was always a fan of Mortal Kombat's, like all of us can say MK1, 2, 3 was like everyone looked at it and at least tried it.
Yeah.
What?
Hot take.
So everyone liked, 1, 2, 3, everyone looked at it, played it, loved it, like casually, I would say. There's some that were great at it, like James MK and stuff, but I was a kid when those came out. I looked at it and was like, oh, this is cool, I want to do a fatality, like, and never could because they were hard to do, and it wasn't on the pause menu like they are today. But so those were great games, but what turned me into a super fan of Mortal Kombat, where I could genuinely say out of anything in this world I love the most in terms of like pop culture things like Ninja Turtles, AC/DC. I think Mortal Kombat is my number one most loved pop culture, thing in the world, and it's because in 2002, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance came out, and from then on, even though the 3D games are kind of controversial, and it's a hot take, I feel they pushed MK in a direction of storytelling where I got to know, oh wow, in Deception, what noob is actually the first Sub-Zero, and it's not first Sub-Zero, like all this crazy stuff, and I was like, this is awesome, and so the 3D games really made me a super fan of Mortal Kombat, Armageddon, Deadly Alliance, and Deception, and I would love to see more of those characters come back, and someone I would really like to see is Draman. Draman, I thought, had a cool concept, and like the mechanic, right? I know, because people I think don't really care for him too much, but for me, and he was kind of basic, right? Like he was.
I think nobody likes him because Ed Boon doesn't like him. I think that's where that came. It was either him or Sue Howe. I think Ed Boon doesn't like both of them two characters.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I would like to see Draman just because, like, I want some type of character that has a stance switch. And Draman, if people didn't know, like in Deception, like you would have Draman's a character. What?
Draman would throw like the flies at you, right?
Yeah. He's basically, he looked like his skin was stripped off. So think like, basically his skin was stripped off. So he was very
meat like a mask.
Right.
Yeah. So he was basically meat, but for people that don't know who meat is, basically you just see, it's a human that you just see their muscles, right? They don't have skin. But he wore a mask and he had a club for a hand, a metal club for a hand. But this was the cool part about him was like, when he wore the mask, he fought like in a structured like martial art kind of stance where it was like Ryu or something, like, oh, this guy has skills. But when he opens the mask, he's more beast mode, like savage, throwing flies at you and like going crazy on you. And I would like not maybe everyone to have a stance switch, just one or two characters. And Draman, I would think, would be cool to have one character to have that kind of stance switch where it's like, oh, he has the mask on, he has these normals and these strings, and then when you take the mask or you pull it up, his like beast mode stance has different chain combos and stuff, like different special moves, different chain combos, where it would just be kind of cool. And I would want it to be like in MK Deadly Alliance, where it's like the stance switch was awesome in that game, where you could switch on the fly, so you could go start with one combo, right? Boom, boom, boom. Then stance switch and keep the combo going and using your other special moves and stuff. So I thought that would be pretty cool, just like a different type of character like that. But that's one character. I'm not going to ramble on. Like other characters I would love also is like, I've always been a fan of the robot.
I was going to say, y'all want to give one character each around.
Oh, are we doing one character each? Or
you guys
y'all want to do that?
I mean, guys, do your thing. Go in and add if you want. I mean, we can. I would agree with Drummond for sure. I feel like he's definitely Mortal Kombat. Like he's gross, he's brutal. He's bloody. So I think it's perfect for him to come back. And plus, the 3D characters, they need some love. It's been a while. We only got a couple these past couple games, and most of them were fucking just in part of the story mode.
Yeah,
that's what Kenshi, Boraicho,
Tanya counts, I guess.
Tanya, because she came before.
Yeah, that's my favorite MK by the way.
You're a fucking lie.
MK4 is my favorite all-time Mortal Kombat game of all time. Like competitively not, but just fun.
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up.
It's the best one ever, man.
And if it doesn't start on the first try, you're just gonna keep pulling it.
Alright. Now, one of my characters.
Yeah.
Nobody kind of remembers him, but I love this character. He's probably like in my top 5 favorite characters of all time. I want Kai.
I love Kai, bro. I loved him. MK4.
Yeah. Yeah. He's MK4. But the thing I want with Kai is because on MK4 he had this move where he spins on his hands and he had basically a handstand.
Right.
I want him to be the first capoeira fighter in MK. MK doesn't have a capoeira fighter.
I mean,
they don't. Huh?
Street Fighter does, Tekken does, KOF does. You know, like all these other games got a capoeira fighter, but no, MK haven't got one yet. I thought it was gonna be Tanya, but it wasn't Tanya. She was just like a gymnast or some sort.
I love Tanya.
But yeah,
fuck, she was awesome.
I
Hope
would
she
like-
comes back too.
Mm-hmm.
I would like Kai to be MK's first capoeira fighter.
I want his
And the way that
special
graphics are going, the way the graphics is going now, I think they could pull it off.
I want
really
his
do think they
specials
could
to
pull
be
it
the
off.
same too. I want him to shoot fireballs under the ground that hit you from down.
Under the ground,
Yeah. I
yes,
love it.
and up top, yeah.
He looked like a
Give me
fucking
that.
superhero just doing it like, yeah. It was sick.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yes,
His
and
pose
make it
was-
a low. Make it a low and overhead. Yes, make them bust.
Yeah, bro, for real. Like I want that, bro. I want the fucking pressure. I want mix-ups. Like I want stuff that you would do
You want
normally.
this? You want? I was gonna say you want this pressure that Mike is handling by Honeybee right now.
Yeah, that's what I
he
want.
was in the corner forever. He was in the corner.
Throwing
forever.
shade.
Imagine if Quan Chi had a get off me armor move. Like this would not be happening.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
It would like
That
he
would've
has
been
to
nice.
resort like look at he has to resort to the interactables. 2 bars on interactables. I mean, granted, those would probably be his armor moves if he had them, but still, you know.
Ooh, that was nice. That was actually nice.
That
what I
was
did right
nice.
Yeah,
here.
I'm kind of.
But anyways, another character I would like that I feel never
Quan Chi?
got
No, it's
good
Quan-
like
go ahead.
representation. What was that?
No, go ahead. Who?
So another character I would like to see, and I think it would just give the developers a hard time creating. And he hasn't got much good representation since like MK3, because in Armageddon they took away 2 of his legs. Was Motaro.
Ooh.
I would like to see. I want like some type of
Centaur, right? Like a,
weird, not like or just a weird character in general that I would think you couldn't bring in the game. Like you know, how, like King said this once when they first announced Jason Voorhees, and he was like, "How the hell are they gonna put Jason Voorhees in the game?
He
Like,
doesn't
how can they
run."
design that? Like, how is he gonna fight?" And out of any
And they
MK
figured it
character. out of any MK character ever, my curiosity would be like, how the hell would Motaro fight? It would seem so hard, more than any other MK character out there that's ever
Yeah.
been created. Motaro, like, how do you get him to fight? Which I feel like they would do a good job, just because, dude, like, think of if he had strings, right? Chains, where it's like 1 1 2. He like hits you with one of his arms, but then he gets on like two of his legs and kicks you with the other hooves or something. Like something weird, you know, like where I think it would be pretty cool to see. But I'm like, dude, how can they even do that? He's so big, and like he's a horse. Like, how does
Yeah.
that even work?
Yeah, that's true. And like all his moves were like just sub boss moves, one hit, send you full screen, like a projectile here and there. It's like, I wonder what they could do. I mean, if they can, I mean, they finally were able to get have the technology to hook Spawn's fucking cape up, but I mean, a whole character is vastly different from just a cape, you know? So.
Right.
Yeah, and Jay Sparks, he said Onaga would be sick, which I really do agree. Like, Onaga would be pretty awesome. And it seems like these games have been going, like, you know, like MK9 was 1, 2, and 3, right? It was the retelling of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you had MKX retelling of 4, but just 4, I think. It wasn't even retelling of like.
Four, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but then
it went into a different route.
yeah, Deadly Alliance never happened. Like Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon. So Onaga is due for a return as well. You know, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, Onaga
I would like
was he was the ruler of Outworld at one point. Then Shao Kahn killed him. So if
Yeah.
we going back in time, you could see him. You could see him.
Yeah. Spoiler alert! If whoever didn't play Aftermath, Mortal Kombat 11, one of the you had two different endings, right? You had the Shang Tsung ending and you had the Liu Kang ending. Which, dude, like when I beat it with Liu Kang and I got that ending, I was super hyped. Like it hit me in a way that like the feels and nostalgia of like. Because it was such a mind-blowing twist of like when you watch a movie and then you're just thinking about the movie for like a whole day after, where you're like, oh my god, that was like the greatest thing, dude. With MK Aftermath, when I beat that game with Liu Kang, this was the mind-blowing thing, and it's a spoiler alert for whoever hasn't seen it and doesn't want to be spoiled. Just a warning that like, so when I beat it with Liu Kang, I was like, this is fucking a great ending because Liu Kang basically turns into Raiden, goes back in time, and now he's mentoring the Great Kung Lao, which, I always wanted to see the Great Kung Lao. He was MK's champion. He beat...
So that is actually the Great Kung Lao, then. It's not regular Kung Lao.
Yeah,
That's
it's the Great...
Go ahead. No, I was going to say for the Great Kung Lao, please don't make him like the regular Kung Lao with his spin, his hat, and everything.
No.
Make him something different. 100% different.
No, he won't be for sure because from what was told, like little snippets and story of the Great Kung Lao, he was more strong than just like someone that's like Kung Lao, the hat, spinning
like he
and
was
stuff.
Like
that's
on Liu Kang level, right?
I would say he was even stronger than Liu Kang. I would think.
Stronger?
Liu Kang has skill. He's fast. He has the fireballs.
Yeah.
The Great Kung Lao was like brute strength because he beat Goro.
Right.
No. He beat Shang Tsung, I think. He beat Shang Tsung and then
Goro.
No, because I think Goro became champion by defeating the Great Kung Lao.
Oh, by defeating him.
Yeah.
That's why I say. That's why Kung Lao had the beef with Goro. Okay,
So, but I love that it's going to that story because many people wanted to see the Great Kung Lao for so long, and he was always kind of hinted at with like in MK. Was it MK? Yeah, MK11. You have some of his the variations. You could pick some movesets that if you're Kung Lao, you can pick a moveset that has the Great Kung Lao, like his spirit in the background, kind of.
Oh yeah,
and he like throws like those force things.
If the Great Kung Lao plays like that, I would like that. Like the little force moves, I would like.
Yeah. So
I would like.
So yeah, the story, dude. I 100% hope that it goes that route of going back in time again, and it continues where if we look at the past games, MK9, MKX, they always hinted basically at they start the next game right after its initial game. So like MK9 in the ending, you see Quan Chi and Shinnok. And it's like, oh, is this going to be the next game? And guess what? MKX, it was. It was Quan Chi, Shinnok, the war.
And Boon basically confirmed. He said the next MK will pick up right at the ending of MK11. But my question is, which ending?
Oh, yeah, so Ed Boon actually said that. So he kind of confirmed that the next game is going to be MK then. If he said that the ending, because you're saying
that was in one of those the question suites. Somebody asked about the story, and he said the story is going to pick up right at the end of MK11, where MK11 ended.
Oh.
And I'm like, so which ending is it? Is it MK? Is it Liu Kang's ending or Shang Tsung's ending?
So that's the scary thing because I 100% want it to be Liu Kang's ending just because he goes back in time and it's that mind-blowing thing of like, whoa, now now Liu Kang is Raiden, and he's gonna train Kung Lao, and we're gonna get to see when Goro. We're going back in time again, and we're even going before MK1. I want to see. I love prequel stuff, so I want to see what happens before MK1. So it'll be cool to see, like, before Goro and like before he became champion, and you're the great clown, all that. That I'm hyped for. And just thinking of the characters, like we're gonna see young versions of characters and crazy stuff. So that would be nice. But like you're saying, it's not confirmed what ending. So what if we get the Shang Tsung ending, which would be crazy?
Yeah, that would be kind of sick. Wait, so the Shang Tsung ending, can you? I don't remember it. You can spoil it for me. So he brought back Onaga?
No. Liu Kang, he just, he basically restarted time. And I was just saying, like, we could get Onaga back because he restarted time. Shang Tsung ending is he's basically the elder god, I believe. And
you're right.
Right. And he, like, Raiden and Fujin basically answer to him.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Damn. What the hell?
Yeah, that would be interesting, but it seems like so much harder to do because it's like, okay, he's the ruler, which, like, who are we going to get to defeat him and stuff? And I always do want to see what is the future of MK as well. Like, MK11 was great, and I am always curious about the future, but I'm also curious about the prequel as well, like the before MK1 and stuff, And this is, like, talking to you guys about MK, I have a funny story. Like, Guamo and I, we always talk about MK. Like, dude, that guy, you need to talk to him, Dab. Like, you need him on this podcast soon, because that dude is an encyclopedia of just Mortal Kombat, like lore wise, and he'll tell you side characters, like all this crazy stuff. And so I can sit there and, like, I'm curious, like, I want to know more about MK. I love it. And there was a funny moment, like, a couple years back where Cherie, we're chilling in my room, and she's like, she knows I love MK, right? She's been to tournaments, she's seen that I play, but she didn't know the extent of how much I love MK. And Rama and I are talking one night for like 4 hours or something, and she's watching a movie, she's going about her night, but we're in the same room where that's there. And then finally, I stopped talking to Guamo, and out of nowhere, I didn't realize, like, how much hours went by, and then Cherie just out of nowhere says, "You guys fucking love MK." And I'm like, I look at her and I'm like, what? Like, and she's like, "For the past 4 hours, you were just talking about MK, nothing else." She was like, "You talked about nothing but MK." And I'm like, "Yeah, I love MK, but she's like, "But that much? Where you guys just kept talking about?" And I was like, we were cracking up laughing, because I was like, oh, apparently you didn't realize how much I love MK. Like, I could talk about it for hours. But yeah, dude, like, Guamo, he'll tell you everything, and, like, he'll make predictions about, like, I talked to him recently about, like, the future of MK and what we would like to see. Like, what if MK eventually has a conclusion, right? And, like, because they do keep going back in time and stuff, but, like, you guys heard of the One Being, right? Like, what created the realms and stuff. And so it, like, come on. At the end of the day, the conclusion, what do you want to see? I want to see all the Kamidogu come back together and the realms form. And I want to see the One Being come back. And, like, there's a huge battle with, like, who knows, by that time, like, God Liu Kang becomes even a higher level where he fights the One Being or something. Who knows? But, like, I would... Because the thing is, like, a lot of pop culture things that I love, there's been closure. Like, Ninja Turtles has been one of them recently. That
The Last Ronin.
The Last Ronin. Dude, the Ninja Turtles came out. Well, dude, like, the Ninja Turtles, they were created back in 1984, right? And as a kid, I've always watched them. Great. They defeated Shredder. Shredder kidnapped someone. Rinse, repeat. Like Foot Clan and crazy bosses and great stuff. But we never got, like, like how old is the Ninja Turtles gonna get before they die, or like does someone kill them? And we finally got that in the Last Ronin, where like when I read the complete Last Ronin, comic book, and I finally closed the book, and I'm like, wow, like spoiler alert for anyone that didn't know, but like they all die basically, and it gave me that sense of closure since I was a child watching Ninja Turtles, and I was like, wow, like I could like kind of close this chapter and know what finally happened at the future of Ninja Turtles. Like, what is the ending? What is the ending of Ninja Turtles? And they gave it to me. They gave it to me with that comic book of them all. They all died in the end. Like, that's how it goes. Eventually, with Mortal Kombat, I would love some type of closure. Never stop making Mortal Kombat, please. But I would love to take a peek into the future of like, what is the, and we kind of did with Armageddon, obviously, like that was our kind of peek into the future, I guess, of like Armageddon. When you play MK9, it showed what happened at the end of Armageddon, right? And I was talking to Guamo about this of like, damn, that was kind of sad that like, if you really truly think about it, the characters we grew up with, Sonya, Johnny Cage, Baraka, all of them, the original characters from MK1 to Deception, all of them died. Like MK9 is just, they go back in time, but it's other like from another universe kind of characters. Like that Johnny isn't the Johnny we grew up with. It's another Johnny that now the new generation grows up with, and we love MK9. I think that Johnny is cool too, but it wasn't the Johnny I grew up with. But guess what happened?
What the fuck, dude?
Guess what happened to those characters we all grew up with? They're all dead in Armageddon. Like their heads are on the ground and they're fucked up. But I do think it's kind of badass that Shao Kahn, like Raiden runs away. He runs away into the past. Shao Kahn is basically ruling on the top of the pyramid, and that's pretty badass. Like, wow, that was the conclusion of our childhood of Mortal Kombat. But now the new generation has their version of the Mortal Kombat, like MK9, MKX, MK11, which I love that version as well. I won't stop being. And I would love to see just like, they talked about the one being. I just want to see the one being eventually like kind of make a return, like a triumphant return like Onaga did, right? And like just like something crazy epic happens. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, now that I think about it, they died. They all died. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like I want to know something crazy.
The Jax you're playing in MK11 and stuff isn't the Jax you played as a kid.
What is this Marvel multiverse MCU shit? What the fuck?
We want to hear something more crazy? Like Armageddon wasn't the end. It could have still went on. There was still people that was still alive. Some people were still alive. Like
no, I think they're all dead.
No, because there was one character.
Onaga.
That Onaga was still alive.
He flew away. But think about it. Onaga carried off Shao Kahn, right? But he came back to the pyramid. So Shao Kahn had to have beat Onaga's ass. Like held onto his legs, maybe pulled his legs off.
In MK11, he has like reptilian kind of skin, right?
But that's in this universe. Yeah. That's in this universe. That's not in that universe.
Wait, so this is all. So this is all
MK11. MK11 basically said all those stuff that was going on, like MK1 to Armageddon was a whole different timeline than when MK9 started.
Is this actually like a fact?
Yeah, I believe.
Dab, you're just realizing this or what?
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yesterday.
No, dude.
Like, yeah,
no
this is
way.
a whole new timeline.
Wait.
Wait.
I want to say
he's crying now.
Right.
He's crying now.
One character. This is what I can say.
He didn't play the story. That's why he doesn't know. He didn't play the story.
Oh, you didn't play the story?
I always play stories in every game. I always play stories first. Which one are you talking about?
Oh,
MK11. Did you play MK11 story?
I did. Yeah. I beat the Liu Kang version. I think I seen the Shang Tsung one on YouTube, but I forgot about it until you guys reminded me.
Okay, never mind. You probably just you probably just.
Wait.
Because that's where basically all that was revealed was MK11's story.
So MK11 is the conclusion of MK9's universe, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And now they're going to the third universe of. Well, this is the thing.
Well,
they went to the third universe with with MK11 Aftermath. When Liu Kang goes back in time, it's another universe.
Yeah.
Like it's completely different.
Is it another
again.
universe, or are they like completely erasing the past universes and starting anew, like from point one?
What the fuck, dude?
I don't want. This is the thing. I don't want the past universes to completely be erased because they made so much history. How dare someone say like, oh, MK1 to like Deception was never a thing, and like Armageddon never a thing. Never. It's not even in another universe. I would love to know while I'm playing like MK11 or the next game that hey, in the other universes, Shao Kahn did take over and is ruling in Armageddon and stuff. And hey, in MK11, you know, Kodokan or Shao Kahn and Sindel, I think, died, and like, you know, all the stuff that happened stayed happening. But now we have our third universe coming, which is another story.
Yeah.
I am so.
Hey, dude. What if in the next game? Dude, this is crazy. What if in the next game this happens? The third universe meets like the first universe and the second universe. Like, what if in the middle of the story or something, like, okay, the Great Kung Lao's trained or whatever, but some crazy shit happens where the universes get fucked up and it goes like into Armageddon where Shao Kahn's ruling, and they're like, oh fuck, like this is happening. But then it goes to MK11 where like Shang Tsung and like, you know, Kronika's there or whatever, like everyone is like forming.
We get the we'll get the god of the elder god of reality, or the titan of reality come out of nowhere. Like, you know what, Liu Kang, you're messing up my reality. Now it's time to fix it.
that would be pretty wild. And I would like to see like, hey, Jax versus Jax or something, you know?
Like we just start getting titans and elder gods coming out of nowhere, and it's just fucking hectic. Actually, bringing it back full circle, I would like to see another elder god in MK12.
Like
Cetrion? Like Cetrion was in MK11?
Yeah.
That did make me curious. That made me curious, like, Cetrion was an elder god, and now she is a character. That just made me curious to know all the elder gods. I want to see them all as a character. Like, who are these other motherfuckers, and what do they control? Cetrion controls fire, wind, water, all that. Okay, she's elements. Kronika's time. But, like, who are all these other guys? I want to know what they do and how powerful they are.
Right.
Holy shit.
Like, MK, like, mythologies. You know, y'all remember Sub-Zero mythologies?
Yeah.
That's canon.
That's canon in the MK11 universe?
No.
That's canon to the first universe.
The first timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I want to see the god of fire and the god of water and the god of earth. Like, all the bosses you fought in there. And I want to see them in this game. I want to see them come back or something.
Next game for MK12, from what it seems like what it is. Okay, that's what it seems like it is. I need Liu Kang to be raw as fuck. I need to see some Raiden and Liu Kang shit. Like, you know, like when you played in the story mode, you like when you're doing your fireballs, one of them's like an electric shock, like bolt.
Yeah.
Like, I need to see something like that, and I need it to be badass too. Like,
I needed him to do the bicycle kick. And the EX version, he bicycle kicks and then Superman.
It's like fucking thunder. Like, you can hear the thunder just slapping you in the face. Just, fuck yeah, we gotta definitely get Guamo on one of these for sure, because I know Guamo's got the
100%, dude.
You got it. Next time you talk to him, ask him for sure. Like,
he will do it. And dude, out of anyone that I can vouch for, like, out of anyone I've ever met, his memory is the greatest out of anyone I've ever met in this world. Like that dude will remember like what you ate on like the 5th day that you guys hung out. Like
I'm done,
your
dude.
breakfast. You know, like something so like crazy where I'm like, dude, this guy's memory is fucking a computer. It's insane. Like I never met someone that it's his memory's like that crazy. So like he loves Mortal Kombat. So you know that fool, like you'll be like, oh yeah, what happened during this part of the MK story or whatever? He'll be like telling you everything, what color they wore, like everything. Like it's crazy the detail he knows.
Fucking Guamo, I miss him, man. I miss the old days. Okay, so when it comes to characters, like we're pretty set on like, you know, the 3D characters getting some love.
I hella want to see Serena come back.
Serena,
Okay, and
Buff Jacks.
Because Serena, she's she's a demon. She was born in the Netherrealm.
How about this?
And she has another form that's a demon form. And I want her to see, with the graphics we have now, it's possible. I want her to see, like, in her normals or some special moves, she turns into that demon and does a special move. Or she could have a mode, basically another stance, where you could change her all to... It's basically like Sheik, Zelda and Sheik from Brawl. You know how they could change
Rio.
in the beginning?
Rio would love Serena back.
Oh yeah, that's like
Rio.
one of his favorite characters.
Yeah, Rio always loved Serena.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, and Serena has a lot of...
Let's just do this.
Uh-oh. Make sure Google doesn't expose you to what you
It
search.
probably already put up my Pornhub and all that stuff. It's great. Okay, we're gonna go through this real quick. And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, we're looking at... Okay, so we're looking at a 3D era now because these are the characters that haven't got as much love. Let's start with the originals. We want to see Liu Kang come back. Obviously, from what Ed Boon said, it's going to be continuing based off of MK11's story. We know, then that means Liu Kang is definitely coming. Let's just expect the originals to come back.
Yeah, like
Jax gives Shiva
dude,
BBC. I love it.
to even simplify further would be I want to see MK9's roster with like a couple other characters, like because MK9 had like maybe some switched out obviously because it's gonna be a different game, but like dude, MK9 to this day I think had the most perfect roster.
MK9.
Yeah, MK9.
Look,
Yeah.
I think MK9 and 11 pretty much have a similar roster.
MK9 beat the 11s, I think.
What does...
For me.
No, I'm talking about character-wise. So they kind of like... Well, they don't have Reptile, Kenshi, Quan.
Yeah, they don't have a few like good ones.
And Striker.
The robots.
The robot. Okay, yeah, the robots.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
there's a few.
so the originals. Let's just say the originals are gonna be there. You know, like your Jax and your Sonyas and your, you know, your fucking your Kano, your Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Like, let's just say they're in there because they're just that's like not having Ryu and Ken in there. You know what I mean? So and Chun-Li and shit.
Yeah. They're so iconic now.
Right. They're so iconic. Reptile wasn't in the past game. I mean, I think it's safe to say he might be returned. He's one of the most favorite characters, fan favorite characters of all time for sure. He's actually my second favorite character of all time behind Liu Kang. If no one knew that, since I'm a Jax player, but Liu Kang's always been my favorite character. But Reptile,
I say
yeah.
all the ninjas naked besides one.
What's the ninja you don't want to see?
No, I do want to see him because he is my second favorite character of all time.
Who?
But I have a feeling he's Noob.
Oh yeah, I think Noob should definitely return. I mean, you know, definitely to get some Bihan up in there. 100%.
I want Noob back. I thought we was getting her back in 11 because his render looked dope as fuck. but we didn't get him.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be something that we
How about this? How about a shorter list would be characters we don't want to see in the next game? Because Armageddon has all of them, right? That are the classics. Who do we not want to see return?
Okay, what are the characters you don't want to see? Okay, Cobra. Okay, we're gonna start with Cobra. Cobra, I say no. We don't want Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra is my most hated character, MK character of all time.
Cobra, y'all don't want to see MK's kin?
Nah, I have enough kin from fucking Street Fighter 6. Okay, Mocap, yeah, we definitely don't want Mocap. That's a troll character. Darian might like that character. He would main the character for sure.
Yo, Darian, I just said I want a Kai back.
Yeah, we were just talking about Kai.
As a Captain Weather character.
Mocap would be a perfect Darian character. Okay, Striker. I know Striker is a little bit controversial because, you know, the police stuff. But
just make him swap.
You said make him what?
I thought, dude, Dad got me for a loop because when you said Striker's controversial, I straight up thought because everyone doesn't like the character, but you straight up went to because cops shooting people.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, bro, why do you think they put RoboCop instead of Striker, bro? Like,
oh my god, like. That was crazy because, like, I would say no to Striker, but this is the crazy thing. I like Striker. He's nostalgic for me.
I love him.
But yeah, right. We love him. But I would just say no because I want NRS to make money, which they are. Whatever game's going to be out, but I want them to have a perfect roster. And I feel a lot of casuals always have been, who's that guy? You know, I'm not going to pick him, so he's kind of a wasted slot for casuals.
Yeah.
So I just want known faces to be in there where people aren't like
too. I want known faces too, but I would personally want Striker because Striker's just he's so raw, he's so dope as fuck from fucking MK3. MK3 was like the dopest fucking Striker was the dopest character to me. He was so sick. I loved him. Okay, so we went from Striker. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say you might want to put up MKX or MK11 roster because they got new characters on there.
Like, yeah, we'll jump on that after, but I'm talking about 3D eras right now, like because these are the characters I feel haven't had a lot of love.
I want to see Shujinko.
Shujinko, I
agree.
Shujinko's sick. If he's not in the game, at least be in a story.
But,
I would like Shujinko. He's cool.
I want Shujinko, but with his own special moves. Not taken from other people.
No, I think he should have everyone's special. Yeah, that's what makes him cool. Is like Onaga gave him the power to copy moves, like kind of like Chameleon, but he's not just ninjas. And I think that's so unique that like we need like another Shang Tsung kind of character, but Shang Tsung transforms into the character. But this guy can just have a bunch of moves from different characters, but never need to transform or anything. He just always has those moves. So you'll see him do Ermac Lift or like Sub-Zero's Freeze.
A weapon master from Soul Calibur's from the Soul Calibur series. Like the character that knows bits and pieces of every single character. That has like every single character in their
not
moves.
every move, but like cool moves that, hey, Shujinko, a lot of people do dislike him, I guess, like he gets hate or whatever, but I thought his story was great. That's when I started really loving MK, was like his story about being deceived his whole life, which sucks, and like he went to prison, but like in the end figures out, hey, like Onaga gave him the power, and that's what eventually defeats Onaga, and I think that's beautiful. So like I like Shujinko. I think he's awesome.
Okay. Hold on, Dad. Move your mouse back up. Go back up. Go to Blade. I want to see Darius.
Darius.
They can make him. But
honestly, okay. We're just gonna throw it out there. I love.
Bring Darius back.
I love Blade. If I had a chance,
I want him back.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want him back, but I want him to have a rivalry with Natara.
I would since NRS is like the Fortnite of fighting games, I would not bring him back, and I would replace him with actual like Wesley Snipes Blade as a guest character. And
that would be cool.
I would prefer that, honestly, and that would make them more money. Even though Darius is pretty much Blade, I would want Wesley. I need Wesley Snipes to get some more money. We need to help him get some more money. He if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the MCU. So let's get Wesley Snipes in there.
Oh my gosh!
I want him. I need him. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty clean and cut for sure. I need to tell you guys that Blade is gonna happen.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
He's gonna happen. He just has to happen.
Whoa, dab with the facts. Dab with the facts. Blade's happening.
He is born ready.
Who was born ready, motherfucker?
Who was born ready, motherfucker? And I think
I would like to see Shredder.
Shredder, you know, and Shredder's kind of vicious too. Shredder is kind of vicious.
Kinda. Have you read the old comic? Well, he died in like the first issue, but I believe he. Yeah, but he comes back, right? If I remember correctly.
A clone of him comes back.
Yeah. Oh, the clone. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go off of these real quick. Scorpion on the top left. Scorpion, yes. Sub-Zero. Scorpion, yes. Do you guys agree? Obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sub-Zero. Do we
Of course,
agree?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck him. Just are you for life.
All right. Reptile. We agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rain, I don't know, man. I think Rain might have. I don't know. I don't like.
I say yes.
Yeah, you think so?
If he's not in,
I love the ninjas. I love the ninjas. More ninjas in MK, the better.
I do too. He might have
like I
overstayed
said,
his welcome, though.
Look, I say bring all back the ninjas and Trimmer.
Okay, Chameleon. What are we talking?
I'd rather have female Chameleon than this Chameleon.
You skipped
Female
Ermac.
Chameleon takes all the females' moves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Noob Saibot, that's an easy clean and cut. So Smoke, do we want a
You
noob
trying to
Smoke
tell
or do we
Hell
want,
yeah, Smoke.
do we want a Nenra or do we want robots? Smoke.
I want a Nenra.
Okay. Mike?
Well,
Both.
if it is going back in time, again, it's before the Cyber Initiative, so we will probably get human Smoke.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so the Cybers, I want all the Cybers. The Cybers are probably the coolest thing. They were probably.
I do.
They were MK3, UMK3, like that. That was.
Yeah.
So 100%. I would, but if they're doing like how Ed Boon said, they're gonna continue the timeline from MK11. They may not be a possibility because if they're going, to the great.
But they could do the human. They could do the human versions of Cyrax.
And they can fucking time travel, so they'll time travel to another fucking universe and make it happen.
Stick around.
And we won't have to ban human or sector human form from tournaments anymore.
Okay, we already talked about Striker. Cabal, what do you guys feel? I feel like Cabal is one of the coolest characters of all time as well.
I love Cabal.
Cabal's okay.
Of course, you guys would love Cabal, you freaking tier horse. I'm just kidding.
Cabal's amazing.
Alright, what about Dairu?
No, thank you.
I agree. No Dairu. We don't even have to explain him. I think he's cool, but I don't think we need him. This is a Davin or Taven, right? Or
Jared.
No, that's Derek.
Oh, that's Jared. Kano's son, right?
Derek.
You said Taven.
Taven's
He's
one
this
of them, though,
motherfucker.
right?
Taven's in
Jared.
the bottom right, left.
Yeah, Taven and Dagon are on the left
Oh yeah,
and
he's
right.
next to Zombie Liu Kang.
Like
Okay.
near the custom characters.
You're right. Okay,
Yeah.
so Jarek, I say no more combat babies. Alright, get rid of the combat babies. Okay, that's my thing. Darius, I'd say yes, but I'd prefer Blade. That's my opinion.
He was kind of basic. Like he didn't have too much great moves.
That's
and
why I
stuff.
want him back because he
They need to revamp him. They need to revamp him.
Revamp.
Exactly, that's exactly what I want.
Everybody revamp. You heard it here first. Revamp Darius. He's a vampire killer.
Dad, you doing in and out.
But I would initially say no, just because not a lot of people know who he is. Like,
yeah, you're kind of feeling like
new-
the striker thing similarity.
to make it easy, like Deception, new characters, all know to them, like Ashra and everything, just because I want to be able to like go down the street and just find a regular casual MK guy or whatever that at least knows the MK symbol. And if I'm like, name a character, and I know they're gonna say Scorpion, Reptile, Sub-Zero, whatever, Sonya, maybe Jax, but you're never gonna hear someone say fucking Ashra, Darius, you know, Dairu, stuff like that. So I don't think they would be good for the game, just because it's like,
Well,
why not give them?
I say they have, you know, the OGs, but then they have the, you know, the obscure MK characters that nobody knows for the diehards like us. Like, we know them, but you know, some casuals won't. But you know, maybe they'll you know, they get to like them.
I think
Like,
overall,
but then they play her, and then they are like, oh
True.
shit, she actually pretty dope.
I think overall their thing with the obscure characters is maybe they'll have like one, but I think for the rest of them they'll fill in with guest characters, which will ultimately,
Or like new characters.
yeah, which will ultimately make them more money, sadly. But it's true. I'm one of those guys that I want to see MK characters, but I'm also a fan of guest characters. I'm one of the few people that like guest. I love guest characters.
Yeah,
I love
them
certain
in
guest
every
characters.
game that they came out in.
I am.
I love
you
that
know what?
dude.
I am actually a DLC god. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, holy shit. That is kind of... I'm calling Paulo right now. Let me call this guy. Let me see what kind of guest characters he's got coming on here, because I am ready, Paulo. Let's see if he's going to answer the phone. Give him a call.
Hello, Paulo speaking.
Hey, Paulo, what the fuck's going on? Where's MK12, motherfucking shit?
Oh my god!
What's up, dinosaur man? Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so we kind of got the gist on the characters that we want. Okay, Kano, we know Kano's kind of gonna come back. He's one of the original. Rico, what about Rico?
He's great.
Rico 100%.
Oh, Rico.
Reiko, I would like to see back, because I did like him in Armageddon. How like he wanted to be Shao Kahn so bad, so like some of his moves, he would like have the helmet or whatever and like do the charge. So I think he would be kind of cool to come back.
Yeah. I actually MK4 Rico was my favorite.
Okay.
Oh, with the teleport and everything.
Teleport and the fucking ninja stars, that was the coolest shit. His fatality fucking threw 1,000,000 ninja stars at you, and the last one
You know who?
between your eyes.
You know who Rico was? You know who Rico was, right?
He was like a Shao Kahn, right, or something like that.
No. In MK4, Rico was actually Noob.
Oh, Noob,
And
yeah,
then
I knew
they
that. I
switched
thought you
it
meant like
and
his. I thought you meant like his lore.
No. Yeah, like all them moves was Noob's moves.
Okay.
That's why when Noob is in the game, they pretty much have the same exact moves.
Yeah. Well, what about Fujin?
Fusion,
He's a god.
Has
Like,
he overstayed his welcome?
yeah.
I would say yeah.
Wait. What if instead of Fusion, it's Kung Lao as the god of wind?
But Kung Lao won't do that though, right? Unless it's like some weird ass universe. Since you guys, I'm just new to this shit. I didn't know this till you guys said that. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
I mean,
Okay,
in
so
one of the
Fujin, we're at like a maybe then.
maybe, yeah, he's a maybe.
All right, Bo Raicho.
I can live with him. I can live without him.
I agree. I think he should be
yeah.
really important to the story for Liu Kang because he mentored him, right?
But
He mentored him. It would be interesting. It would be
The green
interesting
master tool.
for Liu Kang to interact with his younger mentor, because Bo Raicho mentored him, and like if Liu Kang went back in time and then Bo Raicho sees him as some type of god and he's like, who are you? And it's like, you taught me, like you're my teacher, and he's like, whoa, and like mind fucks him or whatever. That would be pretty cool, at least if he's in the story, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we're kind of like yes and no. We're like maybe live with them, live without him, but he would be detrimental to Liu Kang's backstory. Who the fuck is this guy? I forgot his name.
Movado, and yes, 100%. He's a
Oh yeah,
comeback.
Movado has Cabal swords, right? Hook swords.
The hook swords,
Yeah,
yeah, and he has the ropes that he like moves
Yeah.
like crazy. I would like him back too, because Deadly Alliance, all those characters I like a lot. So
and this
Bravado would be cool.
What's his what's his name again? This guy, he's from the realm of the Order realm. Next to him,
Hataru.
He was kind of badass. I liked him.
He would be pretty cool because he was like an asshole and like and you don't see a lot of Order realm representation.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool.
Well, Darius is from the Order realm too, so.
Okay.
Blade character.
Well, I'd rather get Blade from the MCU realm. So. Okay, I'm done. Okay, so we're like, alright, Nightwolf, return or not, or should they do like how the story was, like a female take up the moniker?
I was gonna say
to take the moniker.
Female Nightwolf. Well, it's back. It's in the past, so. Well, you know what? It could be the past, but I think they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Alright, we're not going to talk about mocap because we know Darius really wants him. What about Johnny Cage? Yeah, he's an original. He's coming back. Kano's original. He's coming back. Jax is an original. Yep. He's coming back. We got to have Jax, bro. Like, got to have Jax. He's coming back. Off of just pretense, he has to be because they're the originals, even though he's from MK2. Who is the dude with the braids?
That's Kai.
That's Kai?
Yes, that's Kai.
He should have had his bandana.
If he would have had the bandana, I would have knew it was him.
Wait, I believe that's his second costume.
All right, bring Kai back. I'm 100% on the train. Bring Kai back. We talked about him earlier. Kenshi.
Hell yeah, Kenshi.
Fuck him.
I'm hell yeah with Kenshi too.
See, but this is crazy because Kenshi, if it's back in the past, he wouldn't be blind because it would probably be before Shang Tsung deceived him and made him go get the sword and what blinded him. So he would probably have vision.
Yeah. But then he wouldn't have
those
powers,
not cool
right?
Anymore. He's just a regular samurai.
But he wouldn't have those powers, though, right? Or those powers are in the sword, huh?
No.
Yep. I think so.
Telekinetic powers? I don't believe so. Because if it was in the sword, Takeda wouldn't have it.
That's true.
Takeda has telekinetic powers?
Yes, Takeda has telekinetic powers.
No, he's able to like mind read in the story. Or like make people do stuff, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we already talked about Shijinko Hasuhao, or is that how you say it? Hasuhao or some shit?
Suhao,
yeah, there we go.
Suhao. It's a Suhao.
Alright, yes or no?
Suhao, no. Everyone hates him.
No.
Okay,
he's meme worthy of like, I think he's the most hated. Like, I don't like Cobra, but I think out of any character in MK history, I think most people hate him the most. Which I don't really see why. Like, he wasn't cool, but he did have a laser come out of his chest and like, whatever.
I see him as a discount Kano. Like, they try to make
discount characters are out for sure.
Yeah, he is. He's not coming back.
So Taven and his brother.
No. Delete him from the
But it was crazy in the story, right? Like Taven connected with Taven, like intertwined with Shinnok, right?
So
didn't Taven intertwine with Shinnok or some shit like that?
Well, he eventually like helps him out, but Taven and Dagon are gonna be in it just because their mom, obviously created Armageddon and shit, like did the fail-safe of the pyramid and stuff, and she put them in the egg like thousands of years before MK1. So even if we don't ever see them or like hear anything of them in the next MK, just know they're in the egg waiting to be hatched.
Interesting. Okay, okay, Liu Kang's already cool. Yes, Kung Lao, we already know it's going to be probably great Kung Lao, so we got some kind of a Lao. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. I say hell yeah.
100% yes, please, God.
Hey, you don't gotta ask Mike twice about Quan Chi.
yeah, 100.
Give us both.
I think with Quan, he has the awesome ability that like you can kill off characters, but he could bring them back from the dead, and then obviously Raiden could like make them good again or whatever. He's the what do they call that in stories where they have
the necromancer?
No, not but he is a necromancer, but like in every like story there's like a fail safe. There's like some type of safe store like thing.
Safe haven?
A what?
Safe haven?
A plot twist?
Not a safe haven. They have like something in the story where like you could kill off a character, but that character will come back because they could just do this. Like it's like I forget the
Mary
word.
Sue? Mary Sue?
You guys are way off. What is a Mary Sue? Like, no, it's just it's just like something to have insurance for the story. Like it's but he's basically that. Quan Chi is the insurance to Mortal Kombat. Like if he's alive, just know it's plot armor. Plot armor.
Okay.
Quan Chi is the plot armor. Quan Chi's the plot armor. He's basically like, if he's alive, just know your character is safe. Like, even if your character dies in MK9 or whatever, he could probably come back in the next game.
He's definitely
just because
plot armor.
Plot
He's
armor.
the Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards. Plot armor.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he is the plot armor of the story, I guess. Like, he's the guy that's like, look, your guy died, don't worry, I'm going to bring him back. But he's just going to be evil.
Shame.
That's Quan Chi. And Quan Chi, dude. Quan Chi's like, he's Frieza in Dragon Ball Z. Like, you hate him so much that really he's your favorite character because you just talk shit about him the whole time. He's such an asshole. Like, he's so messed up. Like, he'll stab his mom in the back if you gave him a cookie. Like, he will do it for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, he's so evil. Like, but it's great. You need those characters that you hate so much where it's like, oh, he deceives you to be like, okay, I'll shake your hand because you're gonna help me. Oh, like,
well,
you just fucked me over.
I see Shang Tsung more as the Frieza, and I see Quan Chi more of a Cell.
Either way, they're both
Quan
fucked
Chi
up.
throughout the years has become more popular than Shang, I would say.
Yeah, I think Quan Chi is that dude, bro, for sure. But Shang is that dude. Quan Chi's that dude. Shang is that dude.
Shang is evil, but dude, Quan Chi is the most evil, despicable man.
I think Carrie is it Takanawa. I think he really brought Shang Tsung back in MK11. Like he brought him back.
If they bring Shang back, please get Carrie.
At least get his face. If not, that's cool.
Yeah, his face would be cool.
Shinnok, yes or no?
No, leave him for a sequel.
Well,
I'll take that. I want him, but I'll take that.
When we're saying yes to these characters, is it yes to play as them or just to be in the story or like
it can be both.
What
it
is
can be both.
Okay,
Oh.
so I would say no to play, but he is like 1,000-year-old. He used to be an elder god. He was banished to the nether realm, so he's there somewhere. But where will he be?
Yeah.
Will it be when he's an elder god?
Yeah.
Will it be when he's banished to the nether realm? I would like to see him in the story some way or another. Just I would like to see so many characters in this game, but they don't have to be like, they don't even have to have a line. Exactly. At least put them in the game somehow, like in the background or something. And I would say yes to Shinnok just because I want to, like, if this is a prequel, like, and we're going before MK1, like, I don't know how many years, thousands of years or whatever, the amount of nostalgia we're going to feel for seeing each character that we're thinking is not going to be in it because it's like thousands of years before MK1 or whatever, it's going to give us that much more happiness when we do see that character. And obviously, like, a lot of these characters we're naming just to get a glimpse of them, just like like Brayon said, an Easter egg, like his clothes or something, like a what do they call that, like a premonition, or like we know, us as the viewer, already knows what they're going to become or what they're going to do in the story. But to get that where the characters in the game maybe find out, or like kind of you see like, oh, Shinnok is an elder god right now, but he's turning evil. It would be cool to kind of see those things happen where you're like, oh my god, this is before he was like a complete asshole or something. Like I would love to see those stories unfold.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. I think he's detrimental, and he's also the character like Bo Raicho. I can live with him. I can live without him, even though he's one of the. I think he's one of my favorite. He's definitely one of my favorite characters. Like top 10 for sure. But right, I could see him being more important in the story mode for sure. Just from those facts alone. Raiden's a hit or miss because obviously he gave up his godlyhood for Liu Kang.
No, I want to see Raiden, but as a mortal. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like he don't have. He's like basically being trained in the temple, and he could be the great Kung Lao's right hand man, like Kung Lao was to Liu Kang.
Like maybe he can help mentor him or something.
Yeah, I want to see mortal Raiden.
Okay.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, we can't have Raiden though because from what I want to happen, I do want MK11 Aftermath Liu Kang's ending, which Liu Kang is now Raiden. So I don't want to see, or we could see Raiden like again a little Easter egg as in his hat somewhere. Ooh, what if like in the end of the whole game, Liu Kang puts on Raiden's hat or something?
Oh, that'd be sick.
I was gonna say, what if we see a character that has the hat, but he goes by a different name?
No, I think I like Michael's better because it's like an homage to Raiden. Like Liu Kang truly takes the mantle once he puts that fucking hat on, and he's over here just finding more. Like the cycle continues. He's looking for Earth's greatest heroes to sustain the realm and to protect good and shit like. Yeah. But
dude,
okay, maybe
I just thought of that.
Character. Like if there's a new character you really wanted, maybe that would be a cool idea. I would prefer the Liu Kang thing because Raiden's been his not his father, but like his father in a way, just mentoring him and showing him things. Even though he's learned from like Bo Raicho and shit like that too, but Raiden is like that's his dude, So it would be cool.
They went through battles, and like that was the mindfuck for me of Aftermath. Is like, dude. Since MK1, Raiden has been guiding the Shaolin Temple, and his main star is Liu Kang to win these victories. And like he's his dude, He's like Kane and the Paul Bearer dude. Like he's always at his side, like making sure he does what he has to do. Undertaker and Paul Bearer. I think Paul Bearer also was with Kane, but yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And it's like that guy that's like. He's not the champion, he's not the fighter, but he's the mentor. And the thing that blew my mind after the ending of Aftermath was like, whoa, he became his mentor and he's gonna mentor like the person. Like, what is this? This is crazy. Like, that's what I love so much. And like, if they keep doing that in the next story, like Liu Kang is like just hinting at like he's Raiden kind of in a way, and it's like for that to happen is, dude, that's such a great twist and setup of like we've been following this since 1992, Raiden mentoring Liu Kang, and for now Liu Kang to be the mentoring a Liu Kang or another person, Kung Lao, the great Kung Lao, is like, what? This is insane. And I never thought of this, but us just talking and then me just saying about the whole Brayon saying Easter eggs, and I'm thinking a cool Easter egg would be Liu Kang kind of showing that he is taking up the mantle, as in putting because dude, how iconic is Raiden's hat?
It's one of the most iconic things about Mortal Kombat.
It is.
Get over here.
It's so legit, and like, dude, like people wearing that hat, like when I was a kid on the street, when I would like be in a car, people wearing that hat, I'm like, the Raiden hat. That's what I would call it.
Yeah, that's all I called it. That's what I called it.
It's the Raiden hat.
You just gave me a fucking idea. What if because Liu Kang goes back in time, right, in Aftermath, and he goes meets with the Great Kung Lao, right? And like I'm just now learning about this is a different universe from like MK1, 2, and 3 or whatever, you know.
Well, it might be
from MK1 to Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
So what if like they're going back in time, right? And Liu Kang's mentoring the Great Kung Lao, and then that's that timeline that's with the original timeline, like, and then it like just cycles over again, and we go back, like, and now like they're changing the course of history, like they're going back and they're killing Hitler, so now there's now things are gonna change differently now, and like now they're in the universe where like Raiden becomes Raiden again, because now they're going back in time, and now Liu Kang is from a different universe or whatever, and he's mentoring the Great Kung Lao, and the reason why the Great Kung Lao was so great because of Liu Raiden, you know, and like I don't know, I'm thinking too much. I'm like on some Kang Dynasty shit.
You're thinking too hard on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Moving
kind of
on.
see where you're going.
The way the ending is basically all the timelines is wiped out, and New is making its own. As in the beginning. Started from the beginning, there's no more branching out timelines. It's just one timeline.
Okay.
From what I got from that ending. That's what I got from that ending.
Okay, so moving on. Sonya's obviously. Who's that girl in between Sonya and Melina? Is that
Katana.
So Katana, Melina, we're already saying yes.
Katana, Melina, Jade.
Okay, Katana, Melina, Jade. Okay, definitely the female ninjas. Ashura, I used to think she was a female Raiden, but she's actually like a light, like she controls light, right? Not lightning, right?
Well, she's a demon, and she like
she's a demon.
has this sword where
and she's a
like
voodoo doll. She has voodoo.
Oh yeah, bring her back then. Bring Ashura back. I like that. Bring her back. I'm with that. I'm with her coming back.
I was never too fond of Ashura.
I'm not fond of you, so we're done.
Trust me, you're not that guy.
Okay. Serena. Yes.
Everyone wants her back. Yeah.
That's Lee May though, right? Lee May next to Ashura.
Lee May, I could live with her.
Lee May got cakes. Let's bring her back. Tanya. Yes. Come on, Mike.
I would say no. I would say no.
You would say yes. You remember?
She is like she is a dirtball. Like she's like the girl version of like Quan Chi.
Oh, Quan
I think
Chi,
out of any of the girls, like who's the most evilest girl here? It's probably Tanya, right?
The most fucked up,
Are we
maybe
talking
Tanya.
about-
Evil? I mean,
Like
maybe.
The new
Sindel's evil, yeah. But dude, Tanya is
I was
like
about to say
stab you behind your back. Like you don't want to shake her hand.
I mean,
Yeah,
she did that
would,
to
she
Luke
would.
Cage in K4 ending, didn't she?
Yeah.
Okay. Frost.
Frost. I could say no to that.
Yeah, I can say no to it.
Okay, same. She's
Just
overstayed
because
her
I feel
welcome.
like we've said yes to almost every character, so the roster's pretty damn huge. But obviously we would have like a 50 fucking roster for the next game because we love.
A Marvel vs. Capcom 2 roster. Bring them
Yeah,
all.
of course we do want that. We do want that, but like, can we really say yes to everyone we want? Like, we should have had a lit, dude. Dab, if you had like a counter for how many people we like, you could only say yes to like 20 people or something. Then like, you know what I mean? But this is a quick rundown. I get it. But I would say no to Frost.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's overstayed, and she's overstayed and overplayed. All right, Sindel's definitely a yes. That's Natara.
Sindel.
I say.
Well, Sindel. On Sindel. What I also liked about, we know for sure there's two universes because of MK, because of the old universe, right? The first universe, and then MK9 is because the one character, and this was like, dude, this was a big thing on Twitter, was the whole Sindel argument that they confirmed, I think it was Aftermath, confirmed that like Sindel in the old timeline, she was good. She got mind controlled and manipulated by Shao Kahn to do the evil betting, but she really never wanted to. But when shit hit the fan was MK11 Aftermath, because they said that the story was she actually wanted to be like in a way mind controlled, but she didn't even need to be mind controlled. She wanted to rule with Shao Kahn, and it kind of made her like it makes her story as a character less deep, because in the old one it was like she was good but she doesn't want to be evil, but she's forced to be evil, so you knew her as evil this whole time but she really wasn't. And then in Aftermath people were pissed off because they're like, what, she was just evil this whole time and she wanted to be, this is bullshit. But I always said like, well, this isn't the original Sindel, this is a different version of Sindel because it's another universe, it's not that universe, so you can't really say the whole time she was evil because Armageddon's done, like they died. In the new timeline, people had different, like they weren't completely the same character.
I liked the retcon of making Sindel purely evil, because I was like, I want that pure evil female. Like,
I like the Banshee. I like the Banshee she has in MK11, like that evil looking.
That is cool.
Yeah, but we don't have like a pure. I mean, Tanya, but she's like a traitor. But like some people would say like Melina, but like we don't have like that pure evil female character. And I think Sindel in MK11 made that for me, and I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'm agreeing with both of you. I'm definitely with that. I think I would like to see a retcon maybe, or a take her being evil as fuck. I want to see like the Banshee spirit be like some enchantress shit, you know.
Well, the thing is, if it's a prequel, and it's before Shao Kahn took over Edenia, Sindel, she would be good, and it would be the first time we see her good, because in all the MKs she was either mind controlled, or in 11 she chose to be evil. But have we seen a good Sindel? We have not. And
in Deception, I believe she was good. In Deception.
Oh, you know what? Damn, you got me there. That is actually true. But I would like to see it again where it's like we get a good Sindel, because if it's maybe before Shao Kahn took over Edenia, then Sindel would be the queen with King Jarek, and her daughter Kitana would be princess, obviously. So that would be pretty cool to see, like Edenian Sindel.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like where we're going with this. Natara.
So this is one thing I say about characters. With women characters, which obviously in Armageddon, as we can see right here, there's not a lot of women like representation character-wise. Like obviously you can see like more than half is men, but the thing is like also there's not a lot of monster women characters. Like we have either Shiva, and really Natara is a bat creature. Yeah. So I would like to see more monster women characters, and there's something missing as well. Like Bo Raicho is like the fat warrior guy, but we've never seen a fat female warrior. I don't think, like, what game has
any fighting game. I don't think
right? I would love to see like a chubby woman, like straight up like big, but she's good in a certain fighting style. But
you know what else? Like no other fighting game has like an older female character, like an old lady.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. That, I mean, Sindel kind of has white hair, like she's like, I don't know, but not
technically she's like 5,000 years old, but 10,000 years
that's
old.
The thing. They are old, but they don't look old. But I would like to see some weirder women in the game. Not just, if you look here, all the women are just like natural women that are like, oh, they're warrior women that like could be like Wonder Woman or something, right? But
Yeah.
I want to see like some hideous reptile women. Like, can I get some like lizard women? Can I get some, dragons or like
Well,
some crazy?
the lizard woman is chameleon.
But did she really look like a lizard? She was more like
He did it.
just a
He did it. But
yeah,
yeah,
like,
she was supposed to be. She was supposed
Yeah,
to be. Yeah.
I want more monster women, and I think Shiva we get all the time, which is great. But Nitara I think would be a must just because it's dude, and she flies. What other character is like a bat creature type of like, or any kind of creature with wings, like a winged angel or like something that flies? Like we don't have many of those either.
Yeah, that's kind of true though.
True. Yeah, we don't. I mean, Melina's like the monster. The monster.
Yeah,
Well,
but look, she covers her face like.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
I want to see a grotesque woman, not sexy in the body at all, like just like nasty, like I don't know, like a monster. I just want more like lizard creature type monster female characters. Oh, Cherie just had a good one actually. Devora is one.
What'd she say?
She said
yeah,
Devora.
Devora.
Oh, that's
so
true.
we have Devora, we have Shiva. So there is.
How the hell we forget about Devora?
We did forget about her. Okay, that's two though. That's two. I still want to see some because Devora was cool as a new character. She wasn't bad.
Yeah.
She came back like she's a nasty bug creature lady. I would like to see more of that. Like, give us some women that just aren't like.
She got more the more gruesome fatalities. Ugh.
Where's the female Tarkatan at?
Yeah, that would be sick. Okay, speaking of female Tarkatan, we're gonna jump off to a different one. What about Shiva? She's not Tarkatan, but I'm jumping on a different race. Was it Shokan?
Yeah, that's
Shiva. Yeah, Shokan.
Yeah. I want a big, huge woman. Yeah.
She was in 9 and 11. I don't know. Like, I want to say yeah. I want to say yeah to all the characters just because I'm a MK fan. But if I had to choose like a new female character over Shiva, I probably would just because I've seen her in these new games. And since NRS has been made, since MK9, I've seen her a few times already, so I could like do without her.
Okay. Instead of Shiva, give me you know how they had Therator and Tor was the writer? Give me Thera and somebody else, and Thera is the writer, so we still have that big female.
Oh, okay. That would be cool. Yeah, that's true. But here's the story about Therator, like the little Farah, like when Tor dies, they become Tor. Like they grow and become Tor, and then another Farah gets on their back. I don't know. It's a weird story, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, because they die eventually. But
yeah. Okay. Dr. Platinum, the only crazy looking character ever was Collector. Yeah, that's true. So I'm Liu Kang. Oh, okay. He said
what's good, Dr. Flat?
He said Ferrator. Would you guys like to see Ferrator come back?
No, I was never. I love characters that have two characters. Like I love the mechanic, and like in a fighting game, right? Blaze Blue and like even Guilty Gear, they have Zato. I love puppet characters where I can put my puppet like sandwich you. Like my game plan is to like put one of my guys behind you and the other one.
Necrobat. We know. Oh, we know.
Yeah, exactly. Like those type of characters are pretty sick. Where like you can control two people at once. So, but the thing about Ferrator, it wasn't too much like that. It was more you're just throwing Farah, and that was kind of it. You didn't like have her stop behind the character, and like you could like slash with her and then sandwich. I always love the sandwich type of. So if
I don't know if that could work in the MK game.
I would. Well, you have a block button, so it could work. Like you wouldn't have to worry about the mix-up.
Yeah, you don't.
But like if they do put Ferrator in, I would like more like Farah, I hope, can like get off a tour and like sandwich the character more rather than just throwing her. But initially, I would say no, just because the story, it's like a whatever kind of character. So to me, I wasn't much of a fan, but I do love the two characters helping each other. I was always a fan of that.
Yeah, now you got me. NRS makes a puppet character. That character's finna be busted.
I want puppet characters, please.
When they first did they first ever Rekka character, she broke the game. And their first ever puppet character, I believe, will also do the same.
Shit, I'm hella weak. Okay, Baraka.
I would say yeah. I always like Baraka.
No, I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna pass on this one?
Show us. I'm gonna say no on Baraka because I want to see more beastly creatures in Outworld. I know they have them. Show us something different, like Moloch, down there. Like give us a tribe of Molochs.
Okay.
Or something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
want to see something.
I like where this is going. Mataro, we already talked about Mataro. Havoc.
Yeah.
Havoc, we kind of.
100% Havoc. Havoc, dude. Everyone's been wanting him back. Dude, imagine Deception. I didn't like a lot of new characters in Deception. Havoc was one I did just because it's like, dude, that guy, he screams MK with just he's hurting himself to get health, and like he makes you cringe when like he throws a fireball and he breaks his knees the other way. Like that kind of stuff is like, whoa, like.
Remember the special move? He twisted his neck and gained health.
Yeah. So everyone's been wanting him back. We thought he was coming back in 11 for some reason. He's one of those characters like we've been waiting for him to come back, and it's almost like NRS is pressured to put him back, and we all know he'll be so cool. Even for people that didn't know Deception and don't know Havoc to this day, like new casual players, seeing him and they think he's a new character, they'll think that new character's sick. Like, what the hell? He's hurting himself. That's awesome.
And bro, that torso spin, yes. That torso spin, I would like to see Havoc back. I really would. Because, I mean, his story is actually pretty weird. And then they made it where he's like basically the big bad in X. But he's not really the big bad in X. And some shit was going crazy there. Like, and he's the only representation from the Chaos realm that we have. And
imagine him like breaking his bones while he's breaking your bones, like with the technology they have these days. Like, fuck.
You just want him to sit on you and break your bone.
Oh, this is kind of true, man. I love it. Damn. Hey, he wants to break the dab. But okay, who's that guy next to him with the mask? That's the meat. That's the fly throwing guy, right? We're Drummond.
But
that's Drummond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we touched on Drummond earlier. That's fuck. What's his name? The fucking
Moloch.
Yeah.
So should Moloch just be like a sub boss or in the story or what?
In the story, he could be. I don't know if I would want him back as a playable, or a sub boss, but in the story would be cool.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Shao Kahn, definitely a given. So this one right here is gonna be tricky. I want Kentaro because we had so much Goro. What about you guys?
I want Kentaro as well.
I agree with you. Like, make Kentaro over Goro, but they should always put a skin of the other one in, because they're the same character. Like, when you really think about it, some moves different.
They are.
But come on, man. Like, how can they put Goro in MKX, but they didn't put a Kentaro costume? Like, why not? Why not do it?
Because I believe Kentaro was the one that started the Shiva stomp. Like, the jumping. I believe that was Kentaro's first. Yeah, I believe that was Kentaro's first. And then all the other show.
Oh, wait. Shao Kahn didn't do it in part 1?
No, I don't believe he did. I think he just jumped. He didn't jump off the screen like Kentaro did in 2, but he just jumped. He leaped. If I remember correctly. In 1, yeah.
And just a little off topic quickly, but like Dr.
No, you're all
Platinum
good.
saying that they need to bring someone back from each realm. I completely agree with that. Of like, if we had the specific number, which would be great, but like think about this. Like Earth Realm has hella representation. We have, special forces. Like, dude, I could go on and on. Outworld, lots of representation. Outworld, Netherrealm, good amount of representation.
But Outworld is also combined with other realms. Like
yeah, that's true. But
like
I'm just saying in the game, like when we're saying that it's like Outworld, it has a lot of representation in Mortal Kombat, like as in playable characters. Edenia has a lot of representation with Jade, Katana, Sindel, stuff like that. The ones we do not have good representation on is Chaos Realm and Order Realm, and those are the realms just like any other one. Like we need, because there's 6 realms in total. Like we should have good representation of all realms. I'm not saying even, but like come on, Chaos Realm and Order Realm are kind of like lacking here in terms of characters, and I would like to see more of them.
Yeah.
There's also a vampire realm that's within Outworld.
Let's not even go there right now.
There's a hella realms, but I think Outworld is mixed with all of them. That's why they've got hella different people there.
Yeah, which Outworld's cool. Like that's fine, but I just want to see more Chaos and Order Realm characters. Like put them in the game.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, Shao Kahn.
And we got Freddy in the Dream Realm.
Onaga we talked about for sure.
Yeah.
And then Blaze, I think Blaze should be some kind of part of the story.
Blaze actually the story was he was just protecting the eggs of Taven and Dagon. He was just protecting the eggs. Really, he was just a guardian. So if they're not in it, he's not going to be in it until Armageddon, which this is way before that. So, I mean, he could be... again, I love Easter eggs. So just in the background of a level, the eggs of Dagon and Taven and, like, Blaze, swimming around in it, that would be cool. Like, obviously, I'm always a fan of the old school levels, the pit, Blaze fighting in the background. That would be cool to see in the next MK, like something like that. Like, dude, Boone, how crazy he is about Easter eggs. So we're gonna have a shitload of Easter eggs in this game, and it's gonna be cool to see.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. Okay, so Blaze is out of the way. I would think we kind of talked about mechanics. Would you guys say we kind of covered mechanics for MK12? What are some mechanics you would like to see? I mean, I guess you could say we talked about what we would like to see from MK11 and X, but what new mechanics would you like to see in fucking MK12?
You know what? I'm about to say it.
What are you guys thinking? What's on your mind?
You should say who you want to talk first. You should be like, say the name first.
Yeah, like a...
Okay.
Dab should be like, who do you want to see? And then say like either Michael or Brayon, just so we know who talks first.
Okay.
And you're the leader of the pack.
Let me tell you something. What kind of mechanics do you want to see in MK12, Mike? What's something you want to... It's like Brayon started with the last one, so we'll go with you starting with this one.
So mechanics, like I said, I would love one high level mechanic, whether it's I don't want to say parry. Like parry characters that do a move parry. I don't want to see that, and then they do their own kind of counter. But I do love the third strike type of parry system, and I did like MK11. It hyped me up when I heard about the whole drive gauge. I mean, drive gauge. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Street Fighter now. The fucking flawless block. So flawless block, when I first heard of it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. The only thing, there was no animation when you flawless blocked. It was just you block still, but you just have more frames and stuff. So I want an animation when you do the move. So that's one mechanic I want. Not parry, but like a deep mechanic that casuals look over, but if you want to get really deep into the game, you're going to want to learn this mechanic because it gets really deep and it'll propel you that much further as a professional player and stuff. Like I want some type of mechanic like that. If it's a movement mechanic, that's great. Like 100%. We talked about movement. I think that's number one. Like movement, dude. The game doesn't even have to be that great. If movement is the best it's ever been, we're gonna love the game regardless. Like movement is so crucial, I feel, and so that's mechanic. To be honest, I did like crushing blows a little bit. Like I want a mechanic in the game that, with crushing blows, you kind of like some of the crushing blow requirements. Like it was like, oh, do this move like 3 times, and then the 4th time you get the crushing blow. I like fighting games in a sense of it's using different parts of your brain, and that part was the memory part of like, you're playing rounds of a game, right? And you're on like the 3rd round and you're almost dead, and you have to sit there and remember, how many times did I do this move, and do I have the crushing blow loaded? Like I thought that was pretty cool. A game is a great game if it's testing all your like gaming skills in terms of rhythm, in terms of memory, in terms of reaction. Like when a game does that well, I think that's what makes a fun game, is those things: rhythm, memory, reaction. And if we can have a mechanic that like messes with all that, I think that's going to be a pretty good game. But just to end it, I just think I can't talk more like about movement, but I want to say movement is number one, like over everything. Like I better be gliding across the screen.
Yeah, I agree. Movement is key for sure. What about you, Breon?
I mean, yeah, movement is key. That's pretty much how I base my main off of, is how good is that movement. But so Mike, you said flawless block. So you would like to have flawless block the same way, how you just hold block at a certain time, and then when they do it, they just do like a different animation? Is that what you're talking about? Like something like that?
Yeah, I want something to come back like flawless block. Like I don't want a flawless block how it was at MK11, but
Right.
I would want something like that to come back, like a defensive mechanic where you kind of have to go to the lab to be godlike at this. Like you could be decent at it just playing and whatever, playing with friends, but if you want to be like hype the crowd up and be godlike, it's going to show like this mechanic, whatever it's going to be, flawless block or whatever, that's going to show people when you're playing. They're going to be like, whoa, that person put hella time into it. And I love Third Strike in a sense of like, Third Strike, the face of it is a game. You pick a character, you just mash buttons. But there's a completely other game within the game, and it's with the parry system. With the parry system alone, you have to lab the parries so much with each character. You have to know the timing of each move. Why did we have, like the FGC, why did we have that godlike moment with Daigo versus Justin that everyone knows? Is because of the parry mechanic. It looked like a martial arts movie. And I want them to I'm not saying, put Third Strike parry mechanic in MK, but put something that almost like makes our game look like a martial arts movie, where it's like choreographed in a way, where it's like, damn, this guy is like the Jimi Hendrix of this mechanic. Like he is like a god at using whatever it is, and it's great. He looks great doing it, and I would like something like even a dodge system, almost like where instead of like, how we were talking about taking chip damage, right? Mortal Kombat, you could take chip damage off of normals and special moves, unlike Street Fighter where it's just special moves. What if there was like some type of dodge mechanic where instead of blocking everything, you can take the risk of like holding forward and block or something, and you dodge all the hits, like if you time it right, like so you take no chip or anything.
Bloody Roar?
Was that in Bloody Roar?
Like Bloody Roar? Like they have a like Bloody Roar 3, I believe. They or Primal Fury. if you hold a I can't remember what it was. If you hold a button, they dodge your attack. Like they keep on dodging. Like you're not
Yeah,
blocking, you just
something like that where there's like a risk to it, but if you pull it off, you look godlike, and it's just fun. I just want that. I just want risky mechanics. It's like gambling. I want a lot of gambling mechanics of like risk reward. Like, hey, I'm gonna attempt to do this. It's my last chance. I'm gonna die if I don't, so I might as well try. And oh look, like I actually did it, and now the crowd is going for me because I'm the underdog. I'm almost dead, and I love the mechanics. Just like the in MK11 you had the, what was it called, the breathless, or where you
Final
have
breath.
final breath and stuff. Like I want those type of mechanics where it's like a oh shit mechanic where you're like, this is your last attempt. And I never really liked complete comeback mechanics as in X Factor and stuff like that,
Mhm.
because it's like, oh, you just became stronger. Like, wow, you do more damage. Okay. I like more mechanics of like the defensive variety that's like, whoa, like you put your patience into this and it's going to pay off for you because now you got him in the corner, and I want resets. I want 50-50s. I want like I want MK, like we said already. We already said this about MKX offense, MK11 defense. Like I want overwhelming. Like I'm gonna corner you, and hey, you know what the comeback mechanic is? It's not some like I'm popping something and I'm just stronger. The comeback mechanic is just the way the game's played is setup heavy. It's like, hey, I have 1% health, you have 100%, but guess what? I have a shitload of meter and I didn't waste my resources. So now I'm going to use all my offensive resources, and you're overwhelmed. I'm vortexing you, I'm resetting you. And look, in a couple of seconds, I just came back because I did a couple combos and reset you. And, that's the game. And that's what I want to see. And some people hate it. Some people said, oh, MKX, no footsies, no skill because you're just 50 people to death. 50-50s, if you give it to all characters, it's fair and it's fun to look at, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I like that.
I I like what they tried to do with fatal blows. Not fatal blows. Yeah, fatal blows. That's the big cinematic move. I want to see that, but as how Street Fighter 4 did with their ultras. So when you get some health going, they have like an extra meter, another meter, and like if you get it halfway, you're could pop your ultra, but it doesn't do that much health. But if you get it all the way full, it does max damage. I would like to see them do that with fatal blows. Like if you want to do it now, you're not going to get that much damage. But if you wait a little bit and if you get hit, or do some hitting or something, uh, basic build meter, but you can get the full damage off of it. I would like to see fatal blows come back like that if it comes back, because I do like how they did what they did with fatal blows. It was just kind of yeah, but
Right.
uh, I would also like to see shit. I just had it in my head. Um, oh,
Damn
like the
it.
last breath. No. Like the last breath. How Mike was saying, basically, how you have uh, two last breath in MK11. I would like to have like three, but it's like another bar beneath your health bar. It's basically your stamina, and you just like three notches, and you lose those three notches when they come. Or basically, it's just another last breath. Uh, I would like to see no chips from normals, but chips from specials.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chip from normals, but chip from specials. I'm cool with that. Um, and I would like to see build. I want to build meter. How crazy that sounds,
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's something we didn't talk about. Like the meter system.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to like old school, like 9, X instead of. I don't want that recharging system anymore.
I don't like it either.
I agree.
Yeah, like I said, I want to build meter, but I think I would have it. I would add an extra bar, so I have it 4 bars instead of 3. Even though the 3 bars is like pretty much perfect, but I like that extra 4th one just in case. Breakers is 2 bars. You still have 2 bars to work with instead of 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with 4 bars. Because what in Justice, how much bars did you have? You definitely had more than 3.
I want to say it was 4 or 5. Yeah,
Dude,
4 or 5.
it was a good amount. I think 4, right?
Yeah, it was a good amount.
Dab should know. He's the expert Superman player.
What?
In Justice 1, how many bars did you have?
4 bars.
4?
4.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Like, I think that's pretty much like we pretty much talked about it already. Like, I want breakers back. I want MK back. Like, I don't want how MK11 was. Like, I feel MK11 is basically the injustice of MK. They try to combine both their games, and they want to do it with MK, so they just slapped injustice on MK and said, "Hey, we're gonna try this out, see how it is. If it don't work, we're gonna go back to our roots." Because check out Neutral Jump Punch, and I want Neutral Jump Punch back. Neutral Jump Punch back. We could armored wake ups, or you could keep the wake ups from 11. Armored wake ups or the wake ups from 11, I'm cool with. Either or is fine, but I don't want none of this Fallout shit. I don't.
All fatal blows can be canceled into infinite. I like that. Yeah, I say revert and have some kind of. I liked what you said earlier about like a get off me tool, like using your super meter, so like your super meter starts to deplenish if you use it, Mike. You said that earlier.
That your super meter.
Like you
What'd
said
you
earlier,
say?
like when you're on defense and like you have no bars and like there's like a special move you can use or a get off me or a reflect and it takes takes away from your super meter, so then I would like that.
Yeah. So we need some defense, obviously, and it's like we don't want to ever be put in just complete checkmate where it's like, well, I'm dead for sure. So it would be good that it's like, hey, at least I want to die wasting all my meter. And if I can't do it offensively, then if I'm in checkmate and I still have like a bar, it just sucks seeing, well, I'm about to get chipped out and I didn't get to use that bar. It would be good to, just to get off me, like, hey, I have that extra bar, boom, just get, I get one last shot to like do what I got to do.
Yeah, I think that on top of fatal blows. I'm sorry, not fatal blows. I think that on top of flawless blocking, and I mean just the blocking, no up 2s or up 3s. I think that would help out a lot, especially when you're dead on defense. Like, I think that would help, especially and only if the game is heavily offensively crazy. Because I want it to be heavily defensively crazy. I want there to be a balance, like I said.
Now that I think about it. This game, MK11, does not have a guile thing. If you're down, you're down. At least you have like fatal flawless block and shit like that, Right.
And your meter's always regenerating.
I've seen way more comebacks in MK9 than this game. I would say MKX. I can't remember Actually, I think I got it switched up. I think MKX didn't have it. Because once you was out, you was out.
Yeah.
Like Mike said, I would like to see a slow mo. Bring some excitement. I want excitement, explosion, bring back fucking 40% combos for a B&B. Like I
Give
want
me
a
a
40%
mechanic.
combo into a B&B into a vortex. I want MK9 Scorpion again. Give me give me all that shit.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I want it all back.
A
Like what?
mechanic
Scorpion?
I've always been a fan of is like a cancel mechanic, as in like doing a move or a special move or whatever, and like completely canceling it with like using a bar or two bars, and you just like you recover all your frame. So like you do Ultra Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 4 had focus attack dash cancel. So you do Hadouken, but then you cancel the recovery frames by doing focus attack dash cancel, and you could do whatever you want.
What's up?
Like
What's
Roman
up, Chris?
cancels.
Yeah, I like
And,
that.
Yeah, Roman cancels. That would be sick to have like, oh, I throw out this move, but I'm canceling some of the recovery frames by doing something like a button or wasting a bar, and it stops. And so your pressure is even crazier because you're like, hit, and then you think I'm recovering, but I'm actually, going with more offense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that for sure. 100%.
Yeah. I'm with Dr. Platt. I want creative comment. Like I said in the beginning, I want player
Yeah.
expression.
Yeah.
I want play. My Scorpion looks way different than this person's Scorpion's over here. Like
Yep.
I want my expression. I want people to know. Oh shit, that's original Shinobi playing. Okay. Oh shit, that's Michaelangelo playing. Oh
Yep.
shit, that's Dad playing.
Yeah.
Like, without showing the names, I want people to know that's us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I would like that a lot for sure.
And I do not want. In the beginning of X, I did love this, and 11, I kind of liked it, and then I didn't like it anymore. I don't want variations.
Yeah, get variations out, please.
Give it a rest.
Give
Yeah.
give it a rest, and give all the moves that y'all was gonna put in variations. Just slap it on the character. Give them all the moves. Make it spicy. Give them everything. Like give them everything. You want to give Sub-Zero ice ground ice with the command grab? Give Sub-Zero a ground ice with the command grab. Who cares? You can't block it. Oh wow.
This is a little off topic, but if I could go back in time and like I could make these games, one thing I would change in like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat is motions for special moves, as in down forward,
get
back
that
forward,
out. Get that
whatever.
out. Get that out. I would get input errors.
You know what I would do? I would do it like Smash, just forward punch or back punch, up punch, like kick.
Simple inputs.
I would do simple inputs, because like, why does Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, why do we do down forward and stuff? It's really, obviously like I grew up with it, and for me to say this, it's even like Platinum. What the hell, like. But I believe, like, why is Smash so successful? Because casually, players are mashing that are just playing casually, and like they're getting shit. Like they're up B to do uppercut. Oh, okay, and like it's easier. If I could go back, I feel like these games, as successful as they were and are, I think they would be more successful if like it was like Smash, like back kick back, and you'll do ice ball if you just push back and kick or whatever, like if I could go back in time and I had the liberty to make these games, like steal the idea from Ed Boon and be like, oh, you know what, I'm releasing it in 91 before Ed Boon releases it. I would do like, just simple input motions, because it's really not necessary to do the down forwards.
I would say,
yeah, like, that's cool.
do it like how these anime games, like Grand Blue, DNF Duel, how they've been doing it, or maybe how Street Fighter 6 is doing it.
But I'm not saying like MK's, MK's MK now, so it would be like crazy to take away that stuff. But hey, maybe do they're trying it now. Like Street Fighter's doing the whole modern control thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but it's like they're still doing it, I think, wrong because they're doing modern controls, but they're gonna take some special moves out if you're a modern control
Yeah,
player,
you know.
and you
Yeah, you not. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. It should just be for modern controls is like Smash, but you still have everything, but it's just a different way to play. Something I like of DNF, they did it where if you're doing easier inputs, you're gonna waste more meter doing it, but it's to help the newer players. And then hey, so there is a kind of a negative to doing it, which is awesome. But sometimes there shouldn't be. Sometimes it should just be, hey, it's easy. But I get that like some moves should not like take the new Street Fighter, right? Modern controls is just going to be a direction. So imagine doing Zangief's spinning pile driver, which you have to do a 360 motion and punch, right? And it's such a devastating move if you could do it really fast. So moves like that, people are going to exploit it. Where, dude, if Zangief has his spinning pile driver and you only have to push like forward and punch, and you're doing it like frame one, that is going to be fucked up. So it's like it's a different thing, I guess. It's harder to. But yeah, that was just off topic. I was just ranting.
No,
I like it. I like it. I love it.
It's a good conversation piece, but me, I like execution. That's just me though.
No, look, this is the thing. I know you. We all like execution, but we can still have execution in the combos. I'm not saying make the combos easier. I want there to be like 1-frame combos, 2-frame combos, like, but that like execution, like to do special moves when you get really used to it. There's not really execution in that. The execution comes where a player like us that we play for hours. It's still kind of hard to get those combos that are hard. Maybe you have a hard link in it. Maybe there's a hard timing in your juggle. Like, it's gonna be hard somewhere. And just because we have like forward punch does ice ball doesn't mean our combos are gonna get any easier. There's gonna still be timing and rhythm involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying now.
I can see that being a thing for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. What if y'all think? What if they go free to play?
Nah, I don't.
Ooh, shit. So, Dab, I know you're saying like no and stuff, and with this new game, I think it's maybe.
Hold on. Before you say nah, one of your favorite games was free to play, sir.
Apex Legends.
KI.
Oh yeah, KI was.
See, but I think KI did it wrong, in a sense, of like. So I agree with free to play, dude. Some of like I still buy games. I've bought a bunch of games recently, and you know the games I'm playing the most of, the free to play ones. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like because they find a way to make you addicted, as in buying the season pass because you want the costumes and stuff. And I would say with fighting games, I want them to eventually go that route. Like I think Project L already confirmed they're going to free to play. And I do love the season pass thing. Like, hey, let me demo the game, but not just a demo as in I can only pick one character. Let me demo the whole game, like its entirety. And if I like it, well, guess what? When I like a game, I'm going to buy the season pass. I'm going to buy hella stuff, like, if I really, truly like it. And with free-to-play games like Fortnite, Apex, even like on my phone, there's like Clash Royale, Magic, all those type of games. I eventually get addicted to them and I buy things from them anyways, just because I'm like, I want that costume, I want this like banner or whatever. And I think fighting games, we want to support because you like it. And I think fighting games should eventually go that route. KI did it, but see, they did it where they're like, oh, we're making it free to play, but it's gonna feel like a demo, so it doesn't feel a good free to play. Because I played it when it was free to play. And I just straight up bought the game like I knew I loved KI, so I was gonna buy the game. But playing the free to play, it's like you only got 2 characters or something, and they were switching out characters every day or something, or every week they switched out. Like you could be Saberwolf.
I think it was like a character of the month or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that's not the right way to free to play. It's like you need free to play should be everyone's
Like
available.
multiverses.
Like multiverses. Yeah, like it's free to play, and if it's great, if it's good. I played multiverses for a bit, and yeah, if it's really good, you'll support it and sell your game in the other way of, like we said, costumes and season passes. And dude, MK, imagine if it's free to play. Okay, boom, you got a free to play game. You have all the characters. Obviously, there's going to be DLC. Got to pay for that. But also, season passes, we're all going to love it because it's like, oh, for the season pass, you get like new costumes, new, all the stuff they do for free to play
New
stuff. And
gear, like you get
yeah,
this spear for Scorpion if you finish this season pass, or this color,
yeah.
Yeah,
And
like yeah,
I
yeah.
would like it. I would like free to play because then I also would know that more people are playing it. More kids and new generations are going to be like, oh, it's free, so I'll try a fighting game for free. Because how many fighting games are really free? Nowadays, not too many, like yet, like Multiverses is, but that's still kind of like a Smash game. How many 2D like fighting
There's
games like
none.
Street Fighter and not really any. And I would
There's
like
none.
an expert level fighting game like that where it's like there's 2-in-1s, there's supers, there's all this high level execution stuff. And yes, it is hard to master, but if you stay with it, you're going to get good at it. And I think with free to play, we're going to see way more players at tournaments like FGC events, and that's what I want.
I like that.
Bro, Dr. Platinum just came up with something hella good.
Go
I
ahead.
would
Continue,
love
Michael.
that.
Continue, Michael, before you lose it.
So I was like Project L, Cherie said, is gonna happen. So we're gonna, so again, we're talking about MK, but like this is off topic. But like Project L is gonna be our first really free to play fighting anime fighter expert level shit. But they're gonna also do like what I'm excited about. They're gonna also do Smash style where there's no motions to do moves. It's gonna be forward punch, back punch, like easy moves. And everyone's going to do it. But it's going to be hard to master because, dude, anime fighters, we all know, is like the combos can get crazy. And they're going to do it like that. So this, to me, like I said, if I could go back in time and make a fighting game, it would be a free-to-play, like easy to do special moves, but hard execution. So like easy special moves as in Smash style, but the combos are going to be crazy. And like as good as you can get, your combos are going to get better. Big forms of expression, so you're gonna have hella moves, different crazy moves, all easy to perform. Up, up, punch, down, kick, whatever. But so everything I think could be successful to make to propel fighting games to the next level, like for all of us, like because like we all say, we hate that. We don't hate, but like we are kind of envious of shooters and MMOs like League of Legends and stuff because they're so damn big. They're so big, and fighting games are like, we're getting crumbs here. We're getting crumbs in the FGC. We're excited when there's like $100,000 tournament, which is exciting. But dude, like some of these games, we have $3 million tournaments. Yeah, we got millions. And it's like, dude, these games are all free to play, Fortnite and Apex, and those games are ruling like tournaments and stuff now because it's free to play. All the kids that are playing this free to play, they want to watch the big stars playing it because they're like, oh, I want to watch Twitch and see like I'm getting good at this. And luckily, like my mom's down on her luck, so she can't buy me games. She worked hard enough to get me the damn PlayStation. So guess what? I'm just running on free games all day. So to have right, so to have a free fucking expert level fighting game like Project L's gonna do and introduce new players to the FGC, I would be shocked if this game doesn't like completely be successful in every way just because easy to get into with easy buttons and all that. It's going to be high level execution because you're going to have it's 2v2, it's going to be big combos, and it's free to play. Like this is insane. It's going to be for the first fighting game to finally do it, and I can't wait for that game to come out. And like your initial question was, MK, would you ever want it to be free to play? I kind of would. Maybe not this next one because maybe they're too late. They can't do that. But eventually I would because, dude, to be completely honest, like the gaming culture has figured out secretly a way to make kids and adults like myself addicted to video games, and it's the free to play method of like, hey, our game's free to play. You don't have to give us anything, but we kind of are. We're giving them our time. And it's like, hey, just come to us. Like, look, we're free. But the way they get us addicted is like, okay, if you got to be on every day because guess what? You got to unlock this chest and you can only unlock it tomorrow. And if you're not on, it's just going to sit there until you actually log into our game, click that button, and oh, look, you're in the game. You might as well play a couple rounds. And then, oh, you want to log off? Okay, this chest will be waiting for you tomorrow when it unlocks because you will be on tomorrow. Like, I love that companies are finding ways.
They have like a daily reward. Oh, you logged in 7 days?
Yeah.
Guess what you're getting? You're getting
Exactly.
this legendary thing.
Yes. and I love, dude, people are saying, oh my God, like games are becoming addicted. This is addictive. This is a problem. And this and that. I'm like, no, make it more addicting because I love video games and I want the world to love video games. I want everyone to be possessed by them. And hey, fuck it. If you have to break up with your wife, if you have to lose your job, play more video games. Become addicted and do just that because I need more high-level players to play against. So give it to me.
True.
So I like it. And all the free-to-play games, I've been playing games on my phone. I've been playing these free-to-play games on my console. And while I sit there playing, it's so hard to get off of it. And I'm like, dude, these companies are making it so fucking addicting more than it ever was. And I love it. I love being addicted to it because games are my favorite thing to do. So I'm like, yes, make me addicted. Like, take me out of the real world, please.
Yeah, that's true, man. And that's what they do. They help us escape. And that's another thing, too. That's why I feel like the games need to stop, especially NRS games, stop being a little bit more realistic. Go back to the gaming aspect of it. Because at heart, I am a casual. So I feel like I'd rather have fun over frustration any day.
I was gonna say, go ahead.
We use these games to escape reality, you know. So,
I was gonna say, would y'all rather have that for the MK12? Would y'all rather have the MKX? How it was all dark
realistic. It could look realistic, but I want it to still be like
or MK11. Yeah, or MK11 where it's like, you know, a little bit jokey, upbeat, is brighter, it's not as dark, you can actually more vivid and got more color and everything. And, you know, like they got friendships. Like it got some jokes in there. Like which one would y'all rather have for MK12?
I mean, look, overall, I mean, the mechanics are dope. Yeah, Raiko, we went over Raiko earlier. I think, yeah, man. I mean, the mechanics are fun. I don't care what the fuck the game looks like, to be honest. But if I had a preference, I mean, I like the realism of it. Even though I think MK9 was like perfect because it was nostalgic and everything like that. But if characters have if they have their core moves, like don't not have them in the game, like you know, don't use them as like a win pose. You know what I mean? Like, actually have the moves and don't recycle them and give them to another character or a combat baby. You know, just let the characters be their characters and ultimately keep nostalgia is like the giver of life.
It's a drug.
It's nostalgia makes everything.
Dude, MK9 was like the nostalgia overload of like, dude, when I seen Toasty, Dan Forden, when he said Toasty again, it's like, oh my God, like, you know, it almost brings a tear to your eye. Like nostalgia is very powerful. And like Brian said, like, what would you rather see? Of course, like Mortal Kombat. I always love, like, the violence is great. It's beautiful in a way. It's like art. Like, we're playing a game super violent and you're chopping people's heads off, but it looks so beautiful. So it's like, it's so ironic that it's like that. But there's also it screams at Mortal Kombat. You know, Ed Boon made it because it's his personality in it with like, oh, this game's serious and stuff. But then you have friendships, you have weird Easter eggs. Yeah, and it's like, you need that. Not a lot. Don't make it goofy. Like, don't ever make it like it's just goofy everywhere. But like, you know, over an hour of playing the game, you're gonna get a little laugh like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want MK3 where they had 50 million rib cages and stuff everywhere.
Maybe not that.
I want to see. My bad. I want to see transitions, and I want them to be basic. They don't have to be like a fucking story. I want to see like a UMK3 transition, like a up to. I'm not up to, but like a down to, or like something like that. And it just instantly, you don't break the flow. You don't really stop a lot of the momentum. It's nostalgic, and it's badass. You know what I mean? And it's simple.
I like that transition would be like you're saying transition to like another level.
Yeah, UMK3 style, not like Injustice or something, but like, not even like MK versus DC. Just one move, boom, they go flying, and then you continue the fight. You reset. And you continue.
Dude, that yeah, yeah, we don't need the Injustice style. It was cool for Injustice because that's a hero game and it's crazy, but I do agree with like do a transition.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with Platinum.
And dude, and transitions would be crazy because we have the whole background interactables, right? That's been since MKX. Interactables have been a thing, or even Injustice 1. So Injustice started the interactables really, but like since then we've had interactables. So if you're saying like, okay, in one level it's better for this matchup with your character, but if you transition or your opponent does the transition combo, he's gonna have the advantage in the next level. So you're gonna fight to not get that transition. Like it'll hold a deeper mind game to it as well, because you want that level, you want to stay there, but he wants to transition.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I would like to see that come back for sure, 100%. Okay, let's wrap it up with It's been 3 hours. Oh, well, let's wrap it up. What kind of guest characters would you like? Because I know like Breon has work and shit tomorrow. But
somebody in the chat said in the chat, one of my characters I would love to see, and it's Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth? Yeah, people have been calling for Sweet Tooth for so long. I'm not like really a huge like, I think it would be great fan service because like there's a community out there that really want him, but I wouldn't lose sleep. I wouldn't lose sleep over. For me.
The Sweet.
I would agree with Sweet Tooth just because I'm a Twisted Metal fan.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if it was on YouTube, but they had the Sweet Tooth serial killer movie or something like that. It was like on YouTube a while ago.
There's like a real fucking lore, huh?
Huh?
There's like a real fucking lore on it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. The best Twisted Metal was Twisted Metal Black.
Yes.
Twisted Metal.
I remember playing it on the PlayStation back then, a long time ago, but I don't even remember what Twisted Metal it was. It was pretty cool, but
oh, you gotta play Twisted Metal Black.
And let him have Baby Doll in one of his movies. Yes.
They might just pull it off because I know Ed Boon has been vocally like acknowledging Sweet Tooth. Like he's like, I've seen him a couple times like some tweets or like comment on a tweet. So,
but other than Sweet Tooth, I would like to see
okay, here somebody. Breon, give me 5 guest characters you would like to see.
5 guest characters.
5 guest characters you like to see.
Sweet Tooth is one.
What's up, ATK?
Sweet Tooth is one.
Yeah.
I would like to see Fulgore.
Yeah, KI character. Those are one of mine too. Definitely.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I would say the new God of War because we have the old in 9, but I would like to see him come back.
I like what you're saying, man. I like what you're saying right
now. I like
this. I like
this.
Oh my god, boy. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking give me Norse Kratos. Yes, please.
Do not be sorry. Be better, boy.
3. I will 3. Okay. What else? Where else can we go with this?
Michael, you're next, obviously.
All right.
And maybe you
'Cause
can
I'm
give
thinking
like a
of-
little definition onto why you want them. If you want.
Why?
If not, you can just give it to us.
I mean, mine is just simple. I was gonna say Pennywise, but no. Sweet Tooth, because I mean,
Well, you guys kind of
He-
explained on Sweet Tooth.
I say Sweet Tooth because I feel like
Perfect fit.
he would fit, yeah. And we don't have like, besides like Kano. I mean, Kano's not a serial killer, but we don't have like the serial. Well, I mean, we had a MKX full of serial killers, but
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Joker is kind of a serial killing clown too,
right.
but still he's a DC.
He fits the MK vibe. Like, if y'all want that 80 that serial killer movie character,
Yeah.
and y'all don't want to use another like Pennywise the clown or another horror movie character,
Yeah.
I think he'll fit perfect.
Yeah.
And
I like
I'm
that.
trying to go to other games instead of movies or something. So that's why I said full gore, and full gore because it's full gore
It's full
and
gore,
it's
bro. He
AI
was
and
sick.
everybody want a
Bro.
AI character.
Wait, imagine Fulgore having an ultra combo, dude. Oh, shit.
Right? That would be brutality, bro. And it has the whole ultra. Bro, don't get me started.
Fuck.
But,
I would lose my mind, bro. Okay.
If not full gore, I could see them going with Jago.
I would go Cyberwolf, but maybe Jago because people want to see Ryu versus fucking Scorpion, and that's like the closest thing to Ryu they'd get. But
Yeah.
I could see them doing it because of that.
That's Kratos. Kratos already said because he was in 9.
Yeah, and it would be perfect to see him come back. It just makes sense to see him come back and actually get some justice, to actually be like non-exclusive as well. And he's just badass, bro. And his weapons they're like simple. Like obviously he has his very infamous, Chaos Blades. Then he has the new Leviathan axe, and like he has the spear, or he could just use his rage as like another thing, and they can do so much better with it, to be honest. Yeah, I can see that being like 100% Bori.
For
Cameron Blake.
Oh shit, freaking Blake.
Freaking Blake.
oh
Yo,
shit!
me Jago Blake. Yo, me Jago Blake.
Out of nowhere. Here he is.
Wow.
In the flesh.
Best Sony in MK9. I think he went to Scorpion.
I think I found my cure for insomnia. Coming to Dab's boring podcast. I love it.
But the other two is pretty hard. I can't think of
Okay, how about we come back to you?
I'm trying to think okay, yeah.
While you think about what do you got, Mike? 5 characters. If you can't name 5, give us 3.
5 characters.
And a little description. A little description on why, if you can.
Okay.
If not, that's cool too.
Dude, I got it, dude.
I'm gonna come.
So, number 1, Shredder, just because I'm a Ninja Turtle fan.
Yeah.
Shredder seems. I would say Ninja Turtles. Like, if I had to
If they
choose,
were last
like if I had the
Ronin, I
power.
would. If they were last Ronin, I would.
Ooh, dude, I changed my mind. Instead of Shredder, I would put the last Ronin, 100%.
So you would put
Dude,
Michaelangelo.
I didn't even. I'm a dumbass. Why wouldn't I think of that, dude? Because last Ronin, the comics were violent and everything, so that's
It was
perfect. And
violent.
MK, yeah, it's really violent. So, dude, works perfectly for Mortal Kombat. Shredder does work as well, but I always would love to see the Ninja Turtles back. Like, if I could, I would put them in every NRS game. And the thing about it with Injustice 2, the Ninja Turtles, they didn't play exactly how I wanted them to. Like, you had to pick one of them, right? But I would love
Right.
kind of Leonardo was the only one that like you played all of them. but I would love a whole switch out mechanic where you could play, Michelangelo, switch out, play Donatello. They share the same health, but you're initially playing all four of them.
Oh, if
whenever you wanted.
their trait should have been they switched out instead
They
of
switched
having somebody.
out, yeah, and you just, you could play different matchups on the fly with them.
Gamer Blake was.
I wouldn't, but with Ninja Turtles being in Injustice 2 already, I would put the Last Ronin. So.
And it's cool because he has all their weapons, and it's crazy too because like he has Leo's swords, but they're like broken, but he's fucking deadly with them. Like, fuck, that's so sick, dude. What the fuck?
It is. It's so, man.
It makes you get like emotional. You're like, fuck, we grew up on these motherfuckers,
Exactly. So, and Last Ronin's doing so well right now in like comic books, and just so everyone knows, the Last Ronin did so well. They're actually coming out with a new comic called The Last Ronin: The Lost Years, and it's basically Michelangelo becoming the Last Ronin, which they didn't really tell. They told you a little bit in the Last Ronin comic, but they didn't tell. So, and it comes out January 25th. You could pick your first issue up in comic stores January 25th. Go out and get it. It's called The Last Ronin: The Lost Years. It's going to be worth a lot of money, so you might as well pick up a copy. Oh my God! It's the first issue coming out January 25th. Remember that date.
Fuck, so that's kind of sick, though.
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Like a day 25th? Or two.
It is. Because it did just turn the 24th, because it is 1 in the morning. Yeah. So it is actually tomorrow. And I always go to my comic store it opens at 10, so I'm there at 10 waiting to get my first copy and everything. So so Last Ronin, okay, that's my character. That explanation is because I love Ninja Turtles, and it just fit. The Last Ronin, really, you said it. Like, I changed my mind. I was gonna say Shredder, but Last Ronin's more perfect. So Last Ronin's 1. Number 2, since NRS has always put a horror character in their game, and the horror character that has been just gaining traction and been so damn popular in memes is Michael Myers, obviously.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I would put Michael Myers in just because I know the game would sell more because of him, just because he has so many damn memes, and people will say, oh, Michael Myers is in it, I'll play him because he's a meme. I just want to see NRS do really well in sales, just so they keep making, obviously, Mortal Kombat and video games in general. So I would put Michael Myers in because of that, because he's the last real horror character that has not been in an NRS game yet. In terms of
and he's the first and he's the first OG of the 80s horror / genre. He's the one who pioneered it.
Yeah, so just having him, and again, I would think it would be so damn hard for NRS to, how are they going to put him in the game? It's just like Jason, but I know they would do it, so I would love to see it done.
Yeah, they can definitely make it happen, for sure. They can definitely make it they can get creative with them for sure. People say, people will get the impression. Not saying you are, but people get the impression oh, he's the same thing as Jason, but he's really not. It's more of, I guess you could say
he would for sure have a vanish move, because you look at him and then gone. You blink and he's gone. So he would have a teleport or something.
Yeah, dude. Something, bro. He'd be sick though. I think he'd be a powerhouse, a juggernaut in a way, even though he's not.
For sure.
Yeah.
He would definitely be powerhouse. So yeah, that's my number 2 pick.
I think he'll be a mix of Leatherface, Butcher with Jason.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. So Michael Myers, second pick, great memes. He would make NRS just sell more copies.
And so, real quick, he's not tied to Blumhouse anymore, so he's a free agent right now. So
that's even better.
Yeah, so I know that they were trying to get in, they didn't come to a deal with him, but that probably was the issue. Maybe they already did the whole Dead Before Daylight thing, and then they're also doing the third movie simultaneously. So, but now they're opened up, and I mean, those people would be smart to get some free money, to be honest, and keep Michael relevant as well.
Yeah, dude, movies are still coming out of him and shit. So
yeah,
he would just be cool and So that's number 2. And this is not in any order, except number one for me would be the Last Ronin.
Ronin.
But
Yeah.
besides that, this isn't in any order. The last four. So then yeah, Michael Myers 2, number 3. I honestly like the boys show, so Homelander would be
Fuck
pretty sick.
yeah, dude! You're saying all the characters I want. Yes.
I'm thinking of like who are straight up violent guest characters, like who just says pure evil violence.
Okay, honestly, you brought up Homelander, and I think another violent character that's similar, which I would prefer Homelander over him, but fucking Omni-Man was pretty fucking violent too, and they're kind of like the same character as well. That would be kind of
I mean, it could be another costume switch, I guess.
Oh, and
cool. Invisible is, I think season 2 was just announced. There's like the trailer for it came out.
The trailer,
yeah.
So yeah, that's another palette swap, but I would want to see Homelander more just because like like the boys is amazing. Homelander is amazing.
Hell yeah, dude! Homelander is beautiful. I love that guy.
So that would be my
right? Anthony Starr, I think his name is.
Is it?
I think it's Anthony
He got like,
Starr.
Didn't he get drunk in a bar and actually get arrested in real life?
Probably. He's a god, bro.
I think so, something like that. So he's my third. My fourth is someone that's always been rumored to be in an NRS game but never has, Ash from Evil Dead.
Oh, dude, yes. You know what? I think he's gonna be in it because they had him for MK11. It's like out there. They had him for MK11. He was like literally in the data mine file.
He was supposed to be in it.
Exactly. I'm glad he didn't though, because I'm not a fan of MK11. But yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and explain why, but I want to kind of pitch on top of that as well.
So,
I mean, it's fucking Ash, bro.
Dude, it's awesome you really know about Evil Dead and like Evil Dead, because like before I was in the FGC and stuff, I really didn't know anyone that liked Evil Dead like that, and except my friend that showed me Evil Dead. But I didn't know about Evil Dead, and my friend one day was like, "Dude, you got to watch this movie. It's from the 70s, but it's crazy." And I was like kind of like a kid back then. I was like, "70s movie? That sounds old. Like, how can it be good?" But dude, I watched Evil Dead, and I think it deserves to be in Mortal Kombat just because like Ash is awesome, dude. Chainsaw hand, shotgun in your other hand,
boomstick, bro.
Fucking great quips like Spider-Man. Like he has great like fucking insults and taunts that he could say.
And shit. Yeah,
one-liners like OG style. Like dude,
imagine the interaction with him.
I did too, Jay-Z. What did you say, Breon?
I said, imagine the interaction with him and Johnny.
Yeah, like they're movie stars.
Literally movie stars.
So yeah, so Ash from Evil Dead for sure. Like, dude, and just like that would be sick. One of his special moves is like he reads the Necronomicon and he summons like Evil Dead, like Deadites, and they like come out of this like under fucking the basement, or they come out from the side of the screen and like chase you down or something. I don't know, like something crazy like that.
Yeah, that would be sick. And I think they were looking to get the Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell, Ash. I think at the time they were. I mean, either way, he's badass. Maybe and then you could get the palette swaps, the costume and shit of the blue fucking collar shirt and shit, and watch him pull up in his like fucking yellow fucking what is it? I forgot the name of the car. Is it a Plymouth or something like that? Oh man.
Oh dude, that'd be funny.
Like how RoboCop pulled up in the cop car and shit. Did you see the trailer? Did you guys see the trailer for the movie coming out? It looks pretty good. It looks actually looks kind of scary, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty funny.
It looks fucking creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty gory and stuff. But yeah, Ash from Evil Dead. I would love to see that as a guest character.
Yeah.
And then, so that's my fourth, and then number 5. While we were talking, I just kind of thought about this.
All right.
And Yeah, I'm wait. Oh shit, this is hard actually because I'm thinking of like two characters. Dude.
That's okay. You
So,
can name more. That's fine.
Oh really? Okay, so there's
Yeah, you can name
three,
more.
and there's three, and I'll name them quick.
No,
and I
it's
don't
okay.
know who to put. I don't know who to put as my fifth
Why you
choice,
bullying
but I was agreeing with you guys with the KI character.
Yeah.
So I would love a KI character because I always wanted to see KI versus Mortal Kombat. I think they have great mechanics that would work well together. And come on, they both have fatalities. They both have brutalities or ultras. Like it's Mortal Kombat and KI. Even though like I was KI, I'm MK fan first. Like dude, I grew up with the black cartridge Super Nintendo game of KI.
Yeah, bro.
And
Fulgor on the cover
dude,
too.
The feeling it gives me every time I look at that cartridge is like when I was a kid, the combos were easier to do in KI just because like I would just do a special move and then button mash and it would give me a combo, like a nice king combo or something, or like like it would be. And I learned fatalities because they were all pretty easy. So just like I love KI and they have great monster characters like Spinal. Like you said, Saberwolf would be pretty cool, and obviously you have the normal kind of characters as in Jago, Orchid, like Fulgor the robot. Like obviously seeing the robots fight each other, like Sector versus Fulgor or something, amazing. Like so KI, I would love a KI character in MK, but then I also thought about a bigger fantasy of mine, as in another fighting game besides KI. Would be Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. That's always been obviously
Akuma,
those are the godfathers.
I know
And it has to be Akuma. It has to be Akuma. Dude, come on. Like so this is what I was thinking first. At first I was like, well, you could do Ryu and then swap costumes and do Ken as well, but just add fire to the hand and like, just it's easy to switch out like that. Like it's not completely expensive, but I'm thinking I need violence in Mortal Kombat. I need these guest characters to be kind of scary and shit. So obviously Akuma's more.
Yeah, he is a fucking demon, right? So.
Yeah, he's the demon. So Akuma has to be there. So I would want KI. I want Street Fighter, and also, interesting enough, we recently had in pop culture a sad death. Tommy Oliver also. Jason.
Yeah, I should say it because I was just about to say something. I just came up with my two. Which one were you about to say?
Yeah. Dude, so I wanted a white and green ranger. Obviously, you could just switch the colors.
Nah. Okay.
Because
he was
evil at first,
obviously, if you have to choose, you need Green Ranger first because the Dragon Sword.
And he was evil at first, right? He was not supposed to be bad.
What?
I have a different one. I was going to say Lord Draken. Lord Draken is the evil Tommy Oliver from a different universe, and he's actually fucking brutal.
yeah, I see that, but just like casual people, and also like just like who I would want to see is just the original, just like from the movie, right? Like the old school 1993, like I get again that's violent again, which is good.
I was going to say either him or Lord Zed.
Zed is also good, but just like having the white or green ranger, it would just be pretty awesome. Like it's an original Power Ranger, like just it pays homage, like R.I.P. to him, like so I think that's a lot of cool stuff, aspects of it.
I think you just said that. I think people.
But if I had to pick
your dream,
if I had to pick one, like from the Power Rangers, it has to be, and it could only be one color version. It has to be the Green Ranger because the Dragon Zord. It's Mortal Kombat Dragon. Like that's just completely it. But then White Ranger is more like it's popular as well because that was the one in the movie. But yeah, I'd probably pick the Green Ranger. So my fifth choice is kind of hard, but it would be between KI, Street Fighter Akuma, and Tommy Oliver from Power Rangers.
Nice. Okay, I like that. I like all those choices. Power Rangers. I mean,
I could see them doing injustice.
They're too light for me. Like I mean, not as dark. I mean, unless I'm missing something from comics and stuff like that. but
yeah.
it is Tommy. So, Breon, did you think of the other two? You said Lord Zed, and then there was another one, or you're?
I was gonna say Lord Zed, and I was gonna say shit. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
No, okay. So obviously, Kratos. Everyone who follows me.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, they all know I want Kratos. Like, bro, I've.
I don't know why.
No.
No, this is the thing. I just say no because he left a bad taste in my mouth in MK9 because he wasn't in both the Xbox and PlayStation version. So if you're saying you want Kratos
playable.
if you want Kratos as a guest character in this game, you're probably not going to get him in the Xbox version. So he's not going to be playable in tournament no matter what. So it's kind of a waste of a slot.
I would agree. I agree to that. But if I were to want him, I would want him to be non-exclusive.
Non-exclusive.
Yeah, and that's the only way I would want him. If they could get him and he's exclusive, then I don't want him. Sadly, as selfish as I am for wanting the character, but that's the thing that makes it so great is because, thank you, son of a fat bat. Thanks, man.
Oh my God!
The thing that makes it so great is because he wasn't playable really in MK9, only on the PlayStation side. You couldn't see him in the tournaments. You couldn't see what he can dish out. You didn't see what NRS would do to nerf him because he was like untouched, bro. Like he was fucked up. So they definitely would have changed some shit because he was broken. But anyways, I think it's a bittersweet return because we didn't get to see that. What's up, Portal Heart? That we didn't get to see that. So seeing him come back as a whole 180 character, like a Vegeta arc, literally, from what he has done now, pretty much, spoiler alert, like, I'm not going to really spoil anything from the game, it's just, he learns how to hone in his rage and control it better, instead of just killing every fucking thing that moves that's a god, you know what I mean? So, it's a great glow up from what he used to be. But also on top of that is the axe, he has cancels. The blades, he has cancels. The rage, he has cancels. There's so much stuff that you could do with it, with canceling into it, and the blades, and the hack, and the slash. And
dude, I seen you post on Twitter. Like that combos and stuff. And I recently played God of War, the first one, and I realized the combat system is pretty cool and deep because it's like, you as a fighting game player, we like to exploit and discover things, and like when eventually you do unlock a lot of the moves and everything, it is pretty cool that you could be like, you know, hit, and it's not just basic after a while. It's like hit, call the boy to like throw an arrow, keep him juggling, and then like do something, you know, like, and I'm like, whoa, like this Kratos, he would be cool in a fighting game because it's the crazy stuff he could do.
That's what I'm saying, and it would be perfect because, I believe some of the people who worked on the combat system were employees at NetherRealm before in the past, or Midway.
What?
Yes.
You lie.
When I think Ed Boon made a tweet recently, and he tweeted the guys that are part of the combat creative team, and they were with NetherRealm before. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so
damn, little Easter
egg. And so like when you're playing the game, like me, when I'm doing like all these advanced combos, I feel like I'm doing an MK combo in the corner, but I'm like mid-screen or all over the map, like juggling someone, and it feels very familiar. So, and it's perfect because the Amazon series is coming out, soon, but not soon. So it's a great way to cross promote, and then it also keeps MK relative because you have all these Kratos people want to play it, and then you have people who never had a PlayStation that now that it's non-exclusive, they can actually play him, and then now they want to buy a PlayStation because they want to play the story mode. So now PlayStation makes more money, okay, and then on top of that, it also keeps Kratos because he's at the highest he's ever been when it comes to popularity. So then it also keeps him popular. And relative for the next Pantheon or next, saga that they do. So I think it's a win-win if they can make it happen. only if it's non-exclusive. I mean, they ported God of War 2018 to PC. That's Microsoft. Okay, so he's literally on Microsoft. Had him in Fortnite for a few months, for quite a few months. Xbox players were playing them, PC players were playing them. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. It can happen. But let me get off of that because I could talk about Kratos forever. 2, I said earlier, Wesley Snipes Blade. I would love to have Wesley Snipes Blade. Yeah, I mean, he has his quick, he has his quid pros and stuff like that, and his one-liners and shit that he can say that's funny, and he's also simultaneously badass.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Oh, I agree with that.
Right, and it's Wesley Snipes though. Like, he is, like, you think of Tony Stark and Iron Man, you think of fucking Robert Downey Jr. You think of Blade, like, you think of fucking Wesley Snipes. Like, you're like, dude, this guy embodied the fucking character. Like, I'm curious to see Mahershala Ali, because I like Mahershala. But dude,
but you need Wesley Snipes.
You need Wesley, bro. He's the god.
He is.
He really is, and he's so badass, bro. He's like, he's got the kung fu. He's got the weapons. It's perfect, bro. Like, special ops characters have weapons and kung fu. Like, what? It's perfect. And he kills vampires. He kills monsters.
Yeah.
Number 3 would be like a Killer Instinct character. I was definitely a fan of that. Either like Saberwolf or Fulgore, something like that. Whatever character that's pretty dope. And mostly they're all dope. And it would be cool to see them cross over, like Michael was saying earlier. You know, they got brutalities, and then they got fucking ultra combos. Is the same shit. They got what are their fatalities called again? I forgot. Ultimate. So I think it would be perfect, to be honest.
They got friendships also called humiliations.
Do they now?
They do. I remember that.
In KI1.
Shut the
so
fuck
they point
up.
at you and make you dance.
Do they really?
I swear, and the announcer, he says humiliation, and you start dancing.
No, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
I think I got my list.
It's hella MK.
I got mine.
Go ahead.
So, first I said Sweet Tooth.
What's up, Platinum?
Sweet Tooth, Fulgore, Lord Zed, Kratos, and for my 5th one, I'm gonna say Devil Jin.
Who?
Devil Jin from Tekken.
Oh, okay, yeah. A Tekken cross, yeah, maybe. It could definitely be possible. Ed Boon and what's his name? Hamada?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like Harada, yeah, they're super cool. So it's possible for sure. And they're the only 2 fighting games that really have guest characters, to be honest. Like,
and MK is like, it's not it's like I don't know how to say it, but it like piggyback off of Tekken game. Like it used like their system or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, it like Tekken is what, yeah. 2D Tekken is MK. I'm gonna just say that. Oh.
Yeah, I would like that, Platinum. I would like that mode to come back, like an actual real crypt. MKX's crypt was actually pretty cool. I was a big fan of it, to be honest. It was fucking scary too. I fucking had hella jump scares. I want big boobs. I'm down. I'm down for anything with boobs. Let me see. Okay. And then for me, what did I say? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Fulgore. Yeah, I was a big fan of like Homelander. You know, I love Homelander. I love the fucking show, or even Butcher, bro. Like, Butcher's badass because I mean, obviously he gets the powers too. He takes the fucking V, mate. So I think it would be kind of cool to have
that's
him,
his fatality.
maybe like before like his intro, like he takes some fucking V and he just, all right then, mate. You know, let's knuckle off. You know, but then again, he's like he'll sound like Kano, so that might be a conflict. So,
I was about to say He would play a perfect Kano.
He would though. Honestly, he would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely him. Oh, and on Kratos, definitely has to be voiced by Christopher Judge, and the same thing with Wesley Snipes' Blade, voiced by Wesley Snipes. That's to piggyback off of those.
Of course.
Yeah, 100%. Doomslayer would be pretty cool. I never played the games, but I know there's a huge thing for it. I'm not gonna really go over that because I don't really know a lot of the lore. I did see some of the gameplay. He does fit in perfectly well, and I would say Ash as well and Michael Myers would be like my other picks. We've already
Nice.
I can see Harley Quinn.
Huh?
I can see Harley Quinn making the game.
Harley Quinn. I mean, yeah, because they've done Joker so many times, so maybe they can switch it up, and But that would be my thing, and I think
we suck as men because all of our guest characters there was not one female.
Yeah, I know.
I got that.
When I made that post, I mean, for women though, I already have my women. It would be Xena the Warrior Princess and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or what's her name from fucking Underworld? Kate Bishop.
No.
Oh, Underworld, fucking. I know the vampire chick.
Yeah, she's fucking badass too.
Yeah, she would be cool.
Yep.
I would go with
Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale. Fuck, she was so hot in Click. Remember Click with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Dude.
Give me the little girl from Ring.
From where?
Oh damn.
The little girl from Ring that came out the TV.
Yeah. I would put like 11 or Vecna. I'll probably put 11 from fucking Stranger Things.
Oh, I thought you was talking about a Vecna from D&D.
Oh, well, I would do Vecna from D&D. Well, he's from D&D, but I would do like fucking the Vecna from Stranger Things, like the design and who the character is.
Talking about, because Dr. Platinum said if we would prefer a story mode or the crypt, I actually would like a story mode like Shaolin Monks or Deception had one of the best story modes for the fighting games, and I would like for them to go back to that, but like obviously make it deeper, a little more free roam and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I would like that. I would like a lot of the free roam. I mean, I would also definitely. I mean, they've done it most of the time, but like it would be cool to have that free roam, and to kind of combat, or to compete with Street Fighter. That would be kind of cool. So it looks like they have a super good open world thing, and that's probably what's really taken it a long time to be released, is that they're finishing up the open world stuff. So I'm pretty sure the gameplay and everything is ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. I think that might be it for tonight.
We chime in.
Yeah, I am getting ready to knock the fuck out.
You are mine now. You belong to me.
Boys, it was very fun. I really did enjoy this. I'm looking forward to keeping it going. And fuck, 4 hours. Jeez Louise, don't forget about the cheese.
Yeah, this was great talking to you and stuff. It didn't feel like 4 hours because, like I said, I can talk MK for 4 hours, like easy.
Right.
Like if you get MK fans talking about MK, I could still talk about MK.
Right.
Dude, imagine when this game's out and we're talking on here, like we're gonna be, oh my god, we could do this and this and this, like,
right? What did you find? Oh, you found what? You could do what?
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, no fucking way. So I even learned something new today. So.
Oh my god, Dab, you got your Blade and Kratos.
Dude, if Kratos, okay. Oh, wait, Predator. So if there's two returning characters, Kratos and Predator would be the ones. I would want Predator. And I don't think anyone, no fan, would trip about Predator or Kratos coming back. Especially this version of Kratos, and if he's non-exclusive. Kratos has to be non-exclusive. Do you know how much the internet will break if you see Kratos, the Norse Kratos, coming into Mortal Kombat 12? Even if he's been there for MK9. I have friends that didn't even know Kratos was in MK9. And they're Xbox players, obviously. But people seem to forget. I mean, the hardcore people like us know. But they forgot about it, bro.
I think, like, what I could think off the top of my head to make the internet break from Mortal Kombat is if you imagine if they like announce all the guest characters at once, just like they did with MK11. They kind of announced, what was it, like Joker, Sindel, Shang Tsung, all the rest. If they did that with MK, but imagine the guest characters were all fighting game characters from other games. So they announced it in a way of like they showed Akuma, Devil Jin, or Heihachi or whatever, someone from KI like Fulgor, Jago, and like how much our minds would blow of like this is MK, but there's like hella fighting game character guest characters, like from all the other popular fighting games. That would be, I think the internet would explode the most seeing that, like shit we finally want to see, like Akuma's gonna get his head chopped off, and none of that MKDC bullshit where they're like, oh, we can't do that to these characters. Like, no, if you're a guest character in a Mortal Kombat game, you're gonna die. Like, it's just someone's gonna make a YouTube video of like, oh, Akuma getting his head ripped off by all the characters' fatalities or whatever. Like, it's just how it's supposed to be, and that's how it's gonna be. But I think it would be wild to have guest characters of all different fighting games. But that's just my thought.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I want it to be fun, bro. I feel like everything is getting stale. Everything, the MCU, games, everything. Like, there's only a few games that, I'm just ready. I'm ready for more. And
movement.
Number one thing, movement, mechanics, transitions, short, simple, and sweet. Not no fucking story mode transitions. We need block pressure. We need get off of me moves. We need wake up. Expression. Alright, guys, I am going to be shutting down the stream. Thank you, Shinobi and Michaelangelo, for coming by and kicking it with your boy.
Get down on your knees and tell me.
It was fun.
Definitely, bro. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you for stopping by and chat. Hope you guys have a good one. Love, peace, and taco grease. We'll see you guys next time in RSQR 92.5, The Realm.
Shh.